All right, folks, we are back. We're just trying a couple things to make sure we get this stream rolling in the right direction. I'm your host, Nick Demas, yours truly, live on the angle. We're going to be coming at you guys from different angles. And yeah, we're just fixing a couple technical difficulties. I know we're early on in the channel's lifespan, so bear with me. We're figuring some things out, but I think we might have it. I'm looking at my technical producer currently. We're going through a couple of things. How we looking, Nick? Everything's fine. Yeah, that would be awesome. We're coming at you guys live. Trying to make sure that this all moves into the right direction for you guys, but and a lot of rain coming in through Tampa Bay today. Thank you guys for popping in. We're back. Everything should be clear. We should be in the right realm now to get this rolling. Hopefully, we're not gonna have any weird bug sounds on the voice. We should be all good. Um, Nick, let me know if you hear any of this. Oh, I should be making the keys in the right way too. I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's try this.
And his name is John C.
Yes. We're just doing a couple checks here, but his name is John Cena. All right, we wanted to make sure. Yeah, you heard it though, right?
Emotional, damn it.
Awesome, awesome. All right, brother. A little loud. Got it. They're probably all a little loud. I turned them down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. Cam's back in the chat. Appreciate you guys for popping in and supporting. All right, bro. It was good. It was good. We're getting everything rolling in the right direction now. We've been trying to get a couple things back on tabs, but I think we're in the right direction. We've got Buccaneers hosting the Carolina Panthers. We're in for a treat today. It's windy, it's rainy, it's warm, humid out in Florida right now. Um, they're getting a lot going. But for this matchup today, we've got a lot to look at because both teams need a little bit of help from Atlanta. So Atlanta needs to lose or win for both of these teams to be moving into a playoff clinching scenario. Um, Panthers can clinch with a win. So if the Panthers win this game, they're in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Panthers will finish 9-8, win the division, and take the 4 seed um, to then host the 5 seed in the first round of the playoffs. Thank you guys for popping in. Appreciate you guys for supporting. We're getting everything back up in tabs. Thank you guys for popping in on the TikTok. Thank you, Kyle, for hopping in. We're going to be rocking and rolling shortly. We're about to go into a kickoff here very shortly. Tampa Bay's favored -3 here at home. The 7-9 Buccaneers. I got that right on the screen. Yes, I do. Oh my gosh. All right, so we got the Panthers as one prediction. What do you guys got coming in for predictions in this game? It's the only game right now. So if you guys aren't tuning in, I don't know. I think you guys are wrong. Um, we've got I mean, come on. We got two really good quarterbacks in Baker Mayfield who expect him to really air the ball out. And they've been so injury riddled and so inconsistent. The last second half of the year has been horrible for Tampa Bay. Um, and then on the other side for Carolina, they've just been able to stay afloat. They've been injured. They've been able to get the ground game going. Bryce Young is at a 21 touchdown, 10 interception year on 63% this year as well. And Baker Mayfield was on his way to um, an MVP caliber season, and then some things really went wrong about the midway point. Injuries started happening. He's got 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions on 62%. So very, very similar in that regard. But then on the other hand, for the running game for each side, uh, look for Tampa Bay to have to really stack the box against this Panthers offense. They're going to look to ground and pound with Rico Dowdle. They're going to be looking for. That's right. My prediction is also tied to the fact if you can handle more Cam knowledge. That's right. Um, 66 and a half yards per game on the ground for Rico Dowdle this year. Um, on the other side for Rashad White, who is going to be the starter. I know Bucky Irving's been in and out of the lineup all year, and really out of it most of the year. Um, look for Terracotta McMillan to have a big impact in this one. But thank you guys for tuning in. We got a couple people in the chat so far. Thank you guys for popping in. Like, repost, share, do whatever you guys can to grow the channel. We're really trying to move this in the right direction. Um, yeah, and we got a couple new sounds for you guys. Definitely a couple new sounds.
Bruh.
Bruh. Yeah, we're having some fun. We got a good soundboard, but we are almost underway. Let me double check. All right. Just making sure we're on the same page, but we are just about underway and we are officially underway. We're going to call this the first round of the playoffs here, guys. Got a nice return coming on out to the 25-yard line and his gang tackled there on the play. And here comes Baker Mayfield and company, the offense for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Really looking to get something going early. He's got over 3,400 yards through the air, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks on the year, with a 63% completion percentage. Completion, yards, and touchdowns all lowest here for his career in Tampa Bay. And it looks like we've already got an injury. We got a player down on the field from the kickoff. So they're tending to him. Excuse me. They're tending to him right now. We're going to see how that fares. All right. Yeah, the linebacker Walker Jr. is down on the field right now. They're helping him up. That's not looking good. First play of the game. That's not what we like here. My predictions: the team that wins will be wearing shoes. Fun fact: you can run and play while missing a shoe. There's Emily. Thank you for popping in the chat. We got a good amount of viewers here. Thank you guys so much for popping in, supporting. This is the doubleheader on Saturday afternoon football on the Angle, featuring yours truly, your favorite commentator, host, play-by-play, color commentator, Nick Demas. Yours truly. Um, yeah, we're gonna be moving in the right direction here. Thank you guys for popping in the chat. Emily, thank you for supporting as per usual. Cam doing his thing. Nick, thank you so much for popping in. Um, what are you guys' predictions? I need score predictions. I need actual things coming on. What's up, my guy? We got Morgan in the chat. Thank you for popping in, my brother. I really appreciate you. Um, your favorite what? No, I'm just messing with you. Thank you for popping in. Morgan's probably feeling himself this year too, man. His Chicago Bears are playing good football. They're playing for something this week. Opportunity to move up and down in the poll. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep filling up the chat, guys. I appreciate you guys popping in and popping out. Just do what you can to share, like, do whatever you can to support the channel. We're going to be coming at you guys live for most of the rest of the year, moving into playoffs. This is going to be our last week, week 18 in the NFL. We got a 20-16 Buccaneers score prediction from Cam. That's a good one. I think that's a little bit realistic there. Um, I don't know. I don't even really know what my prediction for this game would be. Deep down, I want Tampa Bay to win, um, just because they're hosting. They got an opportunity. Walker's actually coming off the field under his own power, which is nice. Um, we got a 25-28 win for Tampa. So we got two Tampa Bay wins. I like Tampa in this game personally, just because Baker's playing for something here. Um, but like I said, do what you guys can. We got Luke Gotti, Dan Freeney, Graham Barton, Michael Jordan, and Tristan Wirfs all on the starting lineup for the offensive line for this Buccaneers offense, and we are going to be underway here very shortly. First play of the game. We're trying to get this running here. And a nice run by Bucky Irving out front for about a 9.5 to 10 yard gain there on the play. We're going to get this moving in the right direction here. Sorry for not starting this on time. Derek Brown with a nice block on the play as well. Second and about a foot coming up here. Look to get the ball right back to Bucky Irving and company, as we would think, right? 20 to 16 bucks for Cam, guys. 20 to 16 bucks. Sends a man in motion. Mayfield gives the ball over to Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving falls forward for a 2 yard gain, 2.5 yard pickup, and that's going to be a first down for this offense in Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 coming up. We're just going to opening up the drive here, guys. We got a lot to cover in these games. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be on multiple platforms today. Thank you guys all for the likes. Viewership's moving in the right direction. Starting defense, Mike Jackson, Trayvon Muirhig, Nick Scott, and J.C. Horn. We got Baker Mayfield starting under center, sending Cade Otton in motion. It's going to be a quick play action pass, throws to the sticks, and he's got Mike Evans with a nice sliding catch and a first down once again, and Carolina is on their heels defensively. We got a 21-17 prediction, Buccaneers. Yeah, you look Baker Mayfield, really good protection up front. Baker Mayfield able to get that right into the gloveless Mike. Oh my goodness. No gloves for Mr. Mike today. It's because it's rainy out. Sends Godwin in motion. We've got Baker Mayfield under center. Bucky Irving behind him. Sends a man in motion. Gives to Bucky Irving. Irving cuts back, is falling backwards for a 6.5 to 7 yard pickup there on first down. That's going to bring up 2nd and short. Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to do that. All right. That's going to bring up 2nd and short. 2nd and 4 for the Buccaneers. I like Mayfield when it's raining in the Bay. I like that. I think that's a good sending a man in motion under centers Mayfield. Looking to get the ball rolling again on the ground. Bucky Irving powering forward for about a 2 yard pickup there on 2nd down. And that's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Buccaneers. Tampa going no huddle here. They're looking to get this. Tampa Bay hurry up offense. Their 3rd down conversion, they're 13th in the league, 40% this season. Under centers Mayfield. Mayfield gives to Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving falls forward for another 5 yard pickup there. Gets some change, and that's going to be a first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Buccaneers looking good to start this one out. They're really trying to facilitate the offensive line versus the defensive line right away. See if they can get some holes for their main man, Bucky Irving, to get rolling on the ground. And we got ourselves a good opening drive for this Buccaneers team. They've got the ball just inside the 40, sitting at the 37-yard line. Baker Mayfield under center. We got 11:08 remains. Calls a quick check. He's going to check this down to a play action pass, stepping up in the pocket. Mayfield, he has some room in front of him. He's going to take off, and he's lowering his shoulder and plowing forward for a large gain on first down. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Baker Mayfield is out here talking some smack, folks. This is the way you want to start if you're Baker Mayfield and company, bringing up another. Actually, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. We got Baker Mayfield dropping shoulders on people here early on. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Baker, man, one of the more competitive people in the league.
Bruh.
We got Mayfield. He's looking to the corner. He's got his man Otten across the middle, and Otten's going to fall forward for about a 9-yard gain there on 2nd and short. It's going to be a 1st and 10 now. Yeah, Mayfield's looking for that quick out over to Evans, and he just can't. So he just decides to veer right, finds Cade Otton coming off of his nice little route. And Barnes there slipping up on the play defensively. Look out for the field conditions in this game, guys. It's gonna be tough. Ball security is gonna be a big deal in this one, and not turning the ball over. Baker Mayfield in shotgun, 2 receivers to his right. He's looking for a shot for the end zone, and he's got a man. Touchdown, Cade Otton. Touchdown for these Buccaneers, and that's exactly what this team needed to get into the right mindset for this game. Touchdown, Cade Otton on the 18-yard reception, and the Buccaneers are in business, folks. That's the way you start. I don't know. I think we're going to have a really good competitive game here, though, on both sides, depending on how things go. I would like to see Tampa Bay come out here and assert some dominance, win this game. That was a 9-play, 74-yard drive with just over 5.5 minutes used on that possession. Mayfield's looking really, really comfortable early on in this one. We appreciate you guys all for tuning in. I read all comments. I talk to the chat as much as we can. So let's see what we got going on here. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, David. Thank you, JD, for popping in. Colin, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys for popping in and giving us a quick like. Do what you guys can to support the channel as best you can, right? Trying to edit this real quick so we can get the last S in Buccaneers for the TikTok. There we go. We got everything set up. We're moving in the right direction. We got a 7-0 game so far here. Didn't even adjust the score. Silly me. All right, 7-0. A little over 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. We're going to see what the Panthers and company have up their sleeve for their first drive. Starting out there 3 for 3, 100% from the field, 41 yards and a touchdown. Carson Bartlett, how was the new year, my brother? It was so good, man. We were gonna go out to Velvet Buffalo for a little dinner, have a good time, and the wife's neck wasn't feeling very well. She was having some soreness, and we were like, you know what? Why don't we just order in? We'll just keep it a nice night. We ended up having a good time. Waking up, we went ahead and took Grandma out to breakfast the next day. Had some steak and eggs. Started the new year off right. We went ahead and went live on TikTok that day. We went ahead and hit a leg day for the first day of the year. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. We went live on TikTok, and then we've also done a couple of more lives. For everybody out there, we're going to be doing live stream workouts for you guys, just to get you guys familiar with how we're doing things. We're in the thick of our new year sort of cut, as you could say. We're going to be in a little bit of a calorie deficit. Going to get ourselves right here for the summer, so we look good, feel good, right? But no, it was a good new year, man, and just keep on pushing on, right? Last time these two teams matched up together, the Panthers went ahead and won that game in Week 16. It was kind of a really sloppy game. 23-20 was the final score of that one. But like, share, repost, subscribe, do whatever you guys can to support the channel. All my anglers in the chat. Let me know how your guys' New Year's went, man. Carson, thank you for popping in and asking some good questions, keeping some good content coming in. What's your prediction for the game, Nick? That is a good question. I'm gonna go. I got a weird thought that Baker Mayfield is gonna really take this game by storm. I'm gonna go 31. I'm gonna go 31-25. We're gonna jot this down now. 31-25. Buccaneers. 31-25 Buccaneers is going to be my final score. We're writing that down here. You guys see it? 31-25 Buccaneers. So that's what we're going to rock with. Cade Otton starting this one out with a nice seam route across the middle. Carson, I got to hop in a vid with you for documentation purposes. A vid with me. Of course, I'm down to do. Oh, you're talking about for. He's talking about for the live stream for um, getting some lifts in. 100% agree with you. We've got. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're starting this one out. We're starting this one out in the right direction for the Panthers. Young is going to give to Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle is going to get stood up by Roberts right away. Gang tackle. Bryce Young has a 63% completion percentage, 2,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions through the air this year. That completion percentage and passing touchdowns are going to be his um, career high for this year. We also have a flag on the play. Sorry for you guys. I'm going to be getting this moving in the right direction. Flag on the Panthers. That's going to be a late hit. That's going to be a late hit on Tampa Bay. All right, guys. We're going to get the flag out of here. We got a little over. So just bear with me. We're going to be rolling through. I don't have a ton of extra help on the back end to be rolling with the scores. But I got everything. I can check the phone. I can check both chats. We can be in the right direction here. Thank you guys so much for popping in. We've got Bryce Young under center, Rico Dowdle in the backfield, one receiver to his right, two to his left, and he sends one in motion, gives to Rico Dowdle, and he falls right away. That's going to bring up second down off the nice start for Carolina, I guess, in the regard of a um, having a big penalty to start the game out. Look for Terriota McMillan for Carolina to get going today. The rookie, he's been having himself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Second and 12, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Bryce Young gives to Chuba Hubbard, who almost breaks one tackle and stood up right away after a gain of 1.5. That's going to bring up third down and short. Excuse me, third and long. Critical situations, third down. You can't have anything happening here on this defensive possession if you're Tampa Bay and you want to get this team off the field. We've got Bryce Young, empty backfield, two wide receivers to his left, two to his right, four-man rush. Oh my goodness, he throws it across the middle to Xavier Legette, and that is stopped. Incomplete, batted away, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 10, and these boys are going to punt. I like it, though. He just led him a little bit too much. He actually had Legette. Legette kind of let up on the route slightly, but that should have been a nice completion, and unfortunately, it just wasn't able to go through. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and having a good time with us today. The punt incoming. High hanging punt, flipping the field essentially. Ball lands inside the 5 and rolls into the end zone. That's going to make the stop clock with 7:24 left at a 7-0 game. And this Buccaneers defense did their job getting them off the field here. So that's what we like to see. And they're going to take a quick commercial break. So far, so good for these Buccaneers, getting down and having a nice long drive to start out the game. 5 minutes, 29-second drive to be exact. And then now coming out here and having a good defensive stop after kind of shooting themselves in the foot slightly. Morris Owens was the first Buccaneer to catch a touchdown, a 1-yard pass, October 17th of 1976. What a sweet stat there, Cam. Thank you for popping in and supporting the channel and letting us giving us some cool things to look at. Let's see what we got here. Hope everybody's having a nice day so far early here in the afternoon on Saturday. We're just cleaning up the page a little bit here as we speak. Let me get a couple things in the chat. W's in the chat for Tampa Bay so far. Tampa Bay has been having a good time so far. 7-0. Looking to get the ball back right away. They're going to have to kick off to start the second half, so we're going to be watching closely on that. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting, and we're growing this channel as best we can so far. But the more that you guys come out and give me feedback and let me know what you want to see, the better. What's everybody got going on here for the new year? Anything that you guys are focusing on for the new year for yourselves, trying to get yourselves better? Let me know in the comments section down below. Okay. And once again, we got taken down on TikTok. I don't know why they keep doing this to us. This is getting a little ridiculous, to be fair. To be completely fair. But don't worry about it. We're back in it. Baker Mayfield under center, 2 wide receivers to his left, hands the ball over to Rashad White. Rashad White falls forward for a 2-yard pickup there on first down. Excuse me. And I mean, this is exactly what Tampa Bay was looking to do to come into this game, pound the rock, and they're doing that right away. 2nd and 8 incoming here for Tampa Bay. All right, all right. Yeah, they've had quite the versatile backfield this year in Tampa Bay as Baker Mayfield takes a quick step back and throws to Cade Otton for a nice pickup there on 2nd and short. Can't bring them up here on the tackle, and that's gonna. Derek Brown this season has 5 sacks, which leads the team, but that's the 3rd lowest sack total by any team member. So, not too big of a stat to point out there. They've been struggling. Baker Mayfield throwing deep for the corner sideline has Mike Evans. What a beautiful pass. And we've got a flag on the play, unfortunately. 21-yard gain. They were bringing a blitz there from the safety position. We got pass interference on Carolina, so it's not going to matter. It's going to be a first down. Wow. What a great start here for Tampa Bay so far. Baker Mayfield just sitting in the pocket, fading away from pressure, throwing that right into the breadbasket. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Baker Mayfield under center. Cade Otton sitting as the fullback with Rashad White in the backfield. Gives to Rashad White, bounces out to the left side of the offensive line, and falls forward for about a half-yard gain. If you guys are tuning in and watching, you guys can see how much rain is truly coming down here on this field. It's getting pretty ugly. There's a full-on rainstorm coming, but 2nd and 9 here. 2nd and 9, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving back in at tailback. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. Takes a 3-step drops, looking for the sideline. Kicks it down to his under in Bucky Irving and picks up a nice gain. Almost stays in bounds. and is out after a 14-yard pickup. Steps out of bounds there on the right sideline. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but we're not having fun with them. They're being lame as all get out when it comes to trying to get our stream moving in the right direction. So we're not even going to mess with them, man. We're going to stick with YouTube and rock with this for now. Expect something coming back the opposite way now. 3 wide receivers left. They're sending one in motion. They've got a man look, and it's going to be an end around to Johnson. There's blockers in front. Johnson can't really get too much out of it, but does make it a positive play. Brings it out for a 5-yard pickup, and that's going to sit here at second down. Yeah, it is seriously dumping rain. You got that right. Second and 5 coming up here. 7-0 lead so far in this one. Baker Mayfield in this offense for Tampa Bay, though, they're really looking to set their prowess here early. Starting out 6 for 6, 79 yards and a touchdown for Baker Mayfield. He's under center. 2 wide receivers right. Bucky Irving in the backfield. Stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to take it himself. Has a blocker, is getting outside of the sideline, lowering a shoulder, and letting Baker Mayfield know, dropping the helmet on him. He don't want that smoke. That is amazing. Wow, look at this game, guys. Everybody's out here mad at each other. And we got ourselves another flag. We're going to see what this is about. Taunting on the defense. Oh my gosh. Guys, Carolina is shooting themselves in the foot early. Yeah, I wouldn't want to press Baker Mayfield's buttons because he's going to be coming back right at you, man. Wow. What a start in this one, man. We've got a lot of it's a playoff type atmosphere, that's for sure. 3:19 remaining. First and 10 now for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield's looking like Baker Mayfield. Hey, and guys, despite all the injuries that have happened this year, you really can't hate the Buccaneers. Um, we got Baker under center, Bucky Irving in the backfield, sending a tight end in motion. We've got a rollout right, play action. Mayfield looking downfield, and he's got a man in the end zone, and he just leaves it short to the left. He wasn't able to get that back to Durham. Wow, and that's tough. I mean, I know you got to throw it crossbody back left of the end zone. Yeah, he almost loses the snap on the play. It's just kind of a wacky possession there, and he really did have a man and just wasn't able to hook up with him. But they're going to live to see another down, second down. Shout out to Nick McMahon. Thank you so much for helping out with the scoreboard, keeping everybody in tune. Thank you, Cam, for joining. Ma, seeing everybody in the chat. Hope everyone's having a good time. The play selection has been 10 rushes, 7 passes as the play is given to Bucky Irving, and he's going to be dragged down like a rag doll after a quick pickup of just 3. And that's going to bring up third down. But yeah, it was weird when I was setting up. I guess this is really just for Nick to hear before he responds to me back here. But um, I did have it set on Madden 26 when we went live the first time, and then I did other. But we got Baker Mayfield, empty backfield. He's got some time, stepping up in the pocket. He's got an extra lineman in the play, extending the play, looking to throw at the end zone, has a man, and just off the fingertips of the rookie Ibuka. Wow, what a play there. And that's going to bring up fourth and 8, and they're going to be settling for 3 here early down in the red zone. These can stack up in a game like this, though. You need to try to get points in bunches down here if you get the opportunity. Yo, we got 9 likes so far. Thank you guys so much for popping in. We're gonna be having a lot of fun. Oh, Dad's in here too. Thank you so much for popping in, Robbie RD. Thank you so much. Yeah, that last play there was tough. I think that deserves one of these.
Bruh.
Jace McLaughlin with the field goal, and that is good. Tampa Bay answers their own call, extending the lead to 10-0. Bryce Young and company, they're looking to get this offense moving in the right direction here in the rain down in a humid Tampa. Wow, we got ourselves a nice start to the game. Thank you guys so much for popping in and enjoying the game so far. We're having ourselves a good time. You need a third down recording. Yep, I do need that too. Yeah, it's all good. Might have to bring the bit rate down a little bit more. Okay. All right. W's in the chat, man. W's in the chat for Baker Mayfield, man. He's starting this one out. You see Baker coming down the field. It's like, oh, what we got here? Baker's got this team feeling like this.
These nuts. Got him. Got him. These nuts. Got him. Got him. These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Yep.
Emotional, damn it.
Just having some fun with the soundboard. We got a couple new sounds, so we're just rocking up with some things, but we got a 10-0 game still so far in this one. Both teams have both timeouts. Just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. We've had a pretty entertaining start to the game, though, to say the least. It wouldn't be a live stream on the angle if we weren't going down on TikTok, right? It's just ridiculous. I don't know why that keeps giving me such a hard time. But what'd you guys think of some of the outside of the college football playoffs, man? Is anybody taking Indy all the way? Because I got Indiana playing Ole Miss. Kirk Cousins. I would love to get the "You Like That." Nick, let's see if we can get on that. Let's see if we can find a "You Like That." Let's see if we can put that in. I can mess with all that stuff and get it put in midstream. So not too worried about it. Anne's got Indiana all the way, and a nice kick out of the back of the end zone for Tampa Bay. And the Panthers are going to be back in business on the offensive end. We'll see if they can get something going. They're going to start out with Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Yeah, both sides already having some trouble in the weather department so far, but we'll see if Rico Dowdle and company can get their footing here on the second drive because they sure do need it. 130 yards of total offense to 0. So we'll see if the Panthers can get back in it. Bryce Young under center looks to give the ball play action, looks downfield, has a man, passes it across the middle, and a nice pickup on first down. Tremaine with the grab. He's a special teamer, so that's good to see him coming in on the offensive end, running a nice crisp slant route, nice and smooth, just being that security blanket for Bryce Young, and just a nice delivery too. Hitting him right on the numbers, that's what you like to see. And Carolina, nice little drive starter there, getting the special teamer involved. Bryce Young sitting under center has Rico Dowdle behind him, and that's going to be a flag on the play. False start for Carolina. Man, that's tough. False start on the play for Carolina. That's going to bring them back a couple of yards. And win or go home, right? Win or go home. We got ourselves playoff football at its finest, essentially. We're not technically in the playoffs. Um, Bryce Young in the shotgun sends the man in motion, has Rico Dowdle to his left, fakes the run to him, sets up a tight end screen, and he's going to fall forward for about a 7-yard pickup there. 6 or 7 yards for Evans there on first down. Going to bring up second and long. Time's ticking here in the first half. Nick and Nick always have some ideas in my head. You can always ask me. They call me Subway because I be keeping it fresh. You heard Cam here first. We got 2 wide receivers outright. Bryce Young changing the play at the line. 2 wide receivers right, 2 left, second and 10, shotgun position. Rico Dowdle to his left. They're going to do a draw play here, and that's not going to get anywhere. Stood up at the line for a gain of 1 is Rico Dowdle. And that right there is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Tampa Bay, as after a really nice drive starter for the Carolina Panthers, they're looking at a third and long after talking some smack on the previous possession defensively for Carolina, and we are in the thick of it. They're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to have some more analysis for you guys so far. So we've had quite the start. 1 quarter down, 10 points scored in the first quarter for the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield 6 for 8, 79 yards and a touchdown. He's averaging over 9.5 yards per attempt. So he's looking to get that ball down the field early. Bucky Irving has 6 rushes for 26 yards, averaging about 4 yards a carry. So that could be improved. The offensive line for both sides so far has been looking okay. But as we can tell, as we can tell for Carolina, they've not been able to get anything going offensively. Rico Dowdle has 3 rushes for 0 yards, and Bryce Young has 3 completions for 27 yards. So it's been tough sledding so far for this Panthers team, but there's a lot of game left, and we should be in for a treat here to finish this one out. Just down 10 after 1. Thank you guys so much for popping in the chat. We got 5 viewers in here on the live. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting. Like, share, repost, subscribe. Do whatever you guys can to help grow the channel on your end. And the more that you guys give me more info, the better. Just going over a couple of more stats for you guys while we're in it. The game itself. Right now, the Buccaneers have a 78% chance to win this game. The first downs are 9-2 in favor of Tampa Bay. Total yards is 130 in favor of Tampa Bay to 27 total yards for this Carolina Panthers offense. And still no rushing yards to be found for Carolina. For Carolina through 1. Not been any sacks so far. 3 total penalties, 1 for 15 on the side of Tampa Bay and 2 for 18 on the side of Carolina. So outside of time of possession, which is 11-4, this has been a pretty neck-and-neck game, and considering the score is 10-0. Thank you guys so much for popping in and showing some love here on the stream. We've got live streaming this doubleheader for NFL football here live on the Angle. Shout out to all my anglers. We've got Bryce Young in shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 left. He's got Chuba Hubbard to his left. They rush 4. Quick pass out to the rookie and just falls and slips through his hands. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 8. 4th and 8 here from midfield, or from the 45. Wow, and that one that's part of the elements right there. And it looks like they're staying out there to go for it, folks. Second highest in the NFL, go for it. They go for it on 33% of their 4th downs, the Panthers this season. 4th and 8 incoming. Empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. There's a 66% chance of getting this. And it looks like they were just going to try to draw them off sides. Quick flag on the play, and that's going to bring up to delay a game. They're trying to lull them off sides. Nothing crazy there, excuse me. All right. Throwing in the rain is going to be a huge advantage for Baker because he's been in the league a lot longer. No, for sure. And he's been playing down there in Tampa where the elements are a normal situation. But here comes a punt here from the 49-yard line for Sam Martin and company. Cameron Johnson's back to receive for Tampa Bay, and he's going to call a fair catch at the 16, and it's going to bounce all the way back inside the 10 and down at the 5.5-yard line. Oh my goodness. Great punt there for Carolina. That's exactly what they needed to get back into the right headset there. But since week 7, the Panthers roller coaster, winning at the Jets, losing at the Bills versus the Bills, beating the Packers, losing to the Saints, beating the Falcons, losing to the Niners, beating the Rams, losing to the Saints, beating the Bucks, and then losing to the Seahawks. They have won every game after a loss. So we'll see through the last 7 weeks. But we've got Baker Mayfield under center, sending a man in motion, gives the ball to Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving falls forward for a 3-yard gain on first down. Uh-oh. Apparently it's apparently it's going to be Derrick Henry's birthday tomorrow when they play against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, so that's something to look out for. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun sends Godwin in motion, looks Godwin's way. Ball goes through the hands of Bucky Irving and falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. 14:02 remaining. Thank you guys for popping in and popping out. Make sure you guys do what you can to support the channel. Like, throw it in the live chat, subscribe, repost. Do whatever you can to continue to support the channel. I've been having a lot of fun with you guys on here. All right, we got 3rd and 7. Baker Mayfield's got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. As Rashad White in the backfield helping out with some blocks, throws a strike across the right side of the hash marks and finds a man. That's going to be a first down, a 13-yard pickup there.
Bruh.
That's what I'm talking about. He don't care. It don't matter to him.
Bruh.
Easy completion. So easy it makes you want to.
Bruh.
It's a really good job there at the top of the route for him to finish that out. But we've got a under center look here for Tampa Bay. I formation, Kate Otten outside blocking for Rashad White. Rashad White's got a little bit of room and a nice tackle on the play by Mr. Scott. Scott coming in with a nice tackle. We're going to give him a little. That's what he's saying. He's having a good time. Rashad White with a nice push forward. If he breaks that tackle, oh my gosh. If he breaks that tackle, then there's a lot of green in front of him there. All right, 2nd and 7 so far. Shotgun formation, 1 to the right, 2 to his left, sends Ibuka in motion, is looking his way right away, doesn't have it, and just throws it down with the pressure barreling in on him. And, man, you guys see how fast that rain's coming down. You're seeing Baker squint. I can't really imagine that that you can see that well out there. Peter Schrager's also reporting in this game as well. No, I didn't stay up too late. Didn't stay up too late. I'm just comfy. Ugh. Just comfy. That's all. So far today, 3 for 4 on 3rd down for Tampa Bay and 0 for 2 for the Panthers. 3rd and 7 incoming. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, sends a man in motion, 2 wide receivers left, 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, has a man across the middle, and it's intercepted. Christian Rosebone with the interception, and the Panthers are in business. Wow. Turnover by Baker Mayfield, and here we go. Wow. What a play for Carolina. That's exactly what this team needed. And he's just, if you guys look at this play, stepping up, comes across the middle of your screen and reads it like a book. He sees him coming in there and just sits in the pocket of that zone and jumps on that pass. Baker didn't see it at all. Interception on the play.
Bruh.
I'm also extremely sore, guys. Oh my God. Chest is sore. We went live on TikTok yesterday for our little chest day. That's going to be Roseboom's third career interception. And inside the red zone are the Panthers. Bryce Young in the shotgun, 5-step drop, floats it across the middle for the rookie McMillan, and he's going to fall forward for a 10.5-yard pickup on first down. And that is going to set up first and goal from about the 8.5-yard line, guys. 10 likes, and I'm back. I send the link, and we shall see. Well, that'd be awesome, man. I appreciate you guys. Do whatever you can to continue to like, subscribe, share, repost. We're trying to reach a good audience here for everybody to get in tune with The Angle here live on YouTube. So far, so good. Bryce Young under center. He's got Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Bryce Young takes the snap, gives to Hubbard. Hubbard's trying to get outside, breaks one tackle, breaks half of the second tackle, but can't get any further. Gang tackled there on the play. It's going to bring up second and goal. Trying to bounce it outside early. See what they've got. Tampa Bay in their last 8 games, they've allowed a red zone score in 21 of the last 22 drives. That's 16 touchdowns and 5 field goals. That's very dead last in the NFL. All right, once again, we've got Bryce Young under centers. Trailing him is Chuba Hubbard. Play action pass, 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket, has a man across the middle, wide open. Touchdown, Panthers. Panthers get themselves on the board early on here, and they answer the call. Carolina able to put some points up on the board off of the turnover from Baker Mayfield. And you'll guys see on the play here, he's just using himself as a blocker, hits a little move and comes across your screen and just lets everybody know, jumping, hurdling over the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's been a 3-play, 19-yard drive, only elapsing a minute 28. The extra point is up and good. 7-10, right back in the game are these Panthers. They're never out of it. This Carolina team is good in all levels, defensively and offensively. They just really had a tough season. All right, first turnover leads to a score for Tampa Bay as Carolina is looking to get back in the right track here early. After a couple of bad first drives, they weren't really able to get anything going, and back at business after a quick 3-play drive. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope everybody's having fun. We got some viewers in the chat. Everybody's having a good time so far. 7-10. Keeping everybody engaged as best we can. I know we got some more people in the chat. We need some more predictions on what you guys think. What do you guys got for Baker Mayfield? Is he going to have a good game? Are we throwing over under 2.5 touchdowns? Are we going to have a classic Baker game-winning drive? Is this Panthers team going to show their prowess and let everybody know why they're the kings of the AFC, or excuse me, kings of the NFC South? We'll see. We will see indeed. Thank you guys once again for popping in. We're having ourselves a nice little day here. It's a Saturday. It's overcast. It's chilly out. We're just having a good time. We watched Anaconda earlier today. We went out to the movies. Me and my lady. All right, all right, all right. Carolina is going to beat Tampa Bay 27-24, according to Robbie. I like that. We'll jot that down so we got it. I called a 31-25 victory for Tampa Bay in this one. Cam's got Baker throwing for 2 passing touchdowns, 215 to 260, and then 30 rushing yards. I think that's a really good prediction, actually. Um, I'm betting Bucky Irving has a nice little afternoon as well. I can't believe Tristan Wirfs is in there blocking at left tackle with turf toe. That that is a tough thing to be playing with. Kickoff here, and we are back underway here. Oh my God! And John Tucker lost the ball. Ball is out. There's about 7 Panthers and 1 Buccaneer. Oh my goodness. Fumble on the play, flag on the play. It looked like the Panthers hopped on top of that, guys. We're going to have to see here. Tampa comes into this game +5 in turnover differential as the Panthers are even. And Tampa Bay falls back on it. Luckily for Tampa Bay, almost back-to-back turnovers, setting up Carolina with a short field. And that's not what you can have on the road or at home for a team traveling on the road. You can't give them easy breaks because that gives them as much as momentum as you could think. Bucky at 75 or less yards would be insane. I'm saying 75 to 105 yards for Bucky. I like that. I like that a lot. We're still awaiting the call here on the play for the flag, and we got a fight once again going on. Everyone's just talking that talk, not doing anything, just jawing away. Yep. Yep, and it's an illegal block in the back on Tampa Bay, as we could have expected. Illegal block in the back on Tampa Bay. Yeah, just fumbles right away. Crazy. Falls right back on top of it, though, thankfully. All right, all right. We've got Tampa Bay with the ball on offense. Hands the ball out to Bucky Irving, and he's lit up on the play. Oh, my goodness.
Bruh.
My gosh, you see him coming out of the backfield. All you think is.
And his name is John C.
I would agree. Baker would definitely be throwing hands, but they need to be able to take off their. They need to be able to take off their helmets and fight. Abuka in motion, shotgun formation, gives the ball to Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving's going to plow forward through the line, still churning those legs, falls forward for about a gain of 5 yards. First 2 possessions, Baker started 6 for 6, 79 yards and a touchdown. And since he's 1 for 6, 11 yards and an interception. So keep an eye on that moving forward. 7-10 here with just under 9:50 remaining. It's going to be a 3rd and long coming up for these boys. All right, all right, all right. 9th interception since week 11 for Baker. That's the most in the NFL, second most in the NFL. Screenplay set up for Mr. White, and he's got some green grass in front of him and splits the double team. Falls forward for a first down, and he's hyped up. First and 10, driving in the right direction now for Tampa Bay. He's hyped, getting up. Wow. I mean, it's crazy to see how wet it really is out there. These guys are getting poured on right now. These guys are absolutely getting dumped on rain. You look at the Buccaneers, I'm looking at their uniforms. I mean, these replays, too. It's like you can barely see anything out here, man. All right, guys. We are in the thick of it here. Just under 9 minutes left. Gives the ball back to Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving is just going to get wrapped up right away at the offensive line and fall back for maybe a loss, a half a yard on the play. Rashad White, though, wiping off the forehead, throwing the cap back on, and sprinting back into the game. Cousins throws hands, but it does, and it says, oh, I get that. 57 rush yards for Tampa Bay, 0 for the Panthers still. You got a shotgun formation, sending Rashad White in motion, throws to Rashad White, extension of the run game, splits two defenders, moves forward, gets blasted on the play, but falls forward for a gain of 6 on second and long. It's going to bring up third and short to medium here. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. It's the new year, 2026. We're a couple days into it now. Kind of crazy to think about how fast that happened. And guys, before you know it, we'll be at Christmas. That's how fast this crazy life goes, huh? All right, all right, all right. 3rd and 3. Baker Mayfield, 3-step drop, looks to the sideline, doesn't have anything. Pump fakes, gets a defender out of his shoes. He's running and he's sliding down. Slides for about 5 yards after, picks up the first down. Baker Mayfield showing off his wheels on the play here in the rain. Oh my gosh, what a nice ball fake. Getting that defender up. He knows he's looking to throw. Baker Mayfield, that's classic right there, guys. Baker Mayfield's got that Brett Favre vibe to him, man. Mayfield under center, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, has a man in the backfield, gives the ball to him, and tackles his own player. Baker Mayfield should get credited with the sack.
Bruh.
Disaster. Disaster. Sean Tucker just got tackled by Baker Mayfield. He took the wrong angle. That's on Sean Tucker, man. That's on Sean Tucker. You can't give Baker any problems for that. Just over 6 minutes remain. 2nd and 14. Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Looks left. Fumbles the ball. Picks it up. Spinning off of defenders. And he's going to go down with a sack here. You guys see it once again. The elements really showing up here in the rain. That's right. It's like we got a full-on slip and slide out here in Tampa Bay, Florida. At Raymond James Stadium. Yeah, Baker's looking to throw it, just loses it before he even gets his wind up. Yeah, they are super familiar. I mean, maybe a little less CTE in Baker. Maybe. 5:35 remains. 3rd and long coming up here for this Tampa Bay team. Shout out Nick once again, helping out with the scoreboard. Nick has been such a huge help with these games, and my technical producer. We're giving Rashad White a little bit of a head massage in the huddle, which is odd. 5:35 remains, 7-10 here in the first half. This is the NFL doubleheader live on the angle. We're producing for you guys. We're going to get everything out as best we can. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and having a nice Saturday with me. All right, here we go. 5 for 7 on 3rd down, and this one so far for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is 3rd and 15. Mayfield in the shotgun sends Ibuka out to the right, gives the ball to Rashad White. Rashad White falling forward after a pickup of about 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th and long. Looks like Tampa Bay is going to punt this one away. live to play another down. They're going to be giving this back to an offense who really didn't have any problems there to finish off that turnover conversion for 6. So we'll see if Carolina can get back in business and maybe put at least 3 up on the board before going into the half. And Nick is like Don Zalone. He's him. He's just that guy. Yu-Gi-Oh! GF reference. Yep, that's facts. That is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference. I've never been a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy. Oh my gosh, and a nice punt. Barely getting it away, and that's going to be caught on the play and dragged down immediately. Wow, interesting sequence there. We've got a lot of rain coming down here, guys, and a lot of good football being played. I don't want to call it sloppy because these elements are so bad. I can see the amount of rain coming down. It's got to be hard to see out there. Battle for the NFC South here live. Let's go, Ian. Appreciate you for popping into the chat, man. Thank you so much. Of course, he's showing up for himself, guys. That's what Ian's been doing over and over and over again. So happy to see him back in the gym and doing the thing for him. It's always good when you see people who do a lot for others doing something for themselves. So shout out Ian. We're gonna give Ian a one of these. You ready?
And his name is John C.
Come on now. Come on. Shout out Ian. Thank you so much for all the support, my man. Appreciate you, Ian. Always, always, always chiming in and having a good time. Ian's doing his thing. Ian, I got a rest day today, man. My body is destroyed. We hit legs. We went live on TikTok for that. We hit a little leg day, me and Alize, and oh my goodness, man, my quads, the outside of my quads, oh, just horrible, man, horrible. Now today, my hamstrings are killing me, and then my chest. We went really hard. If you guys want to tune in the lives, just go check out my TikTok, and I can put the link in the description below. Hey, I would not be where I'm in the gym if you hadn't gotten me off my ass and took me to the gym. Hey, that's the part of it, right, man? I don't take no credit. There's no credit. That's just how it goes. Everyone had to have somebody. I feel like that's how it started. Do you think the first person who ever lifted weights just was like, huh, I'm going to do this? No, I feel like they had somebody who was like, why don't we go get a lift in? Why don't we just go do this and try and get better? It's always someone helping somebody else out, and I think that's the best way to do it. Big shout out from my boy. This is my dad right there, Robbie D, shouting out all the anglers in the chat. Thank you guys so much for popping in. QB comparison so far, very similar. Double the yardage, though, for Baker Mayfield. Baker got sacked once, also has an interception, but we are back in action, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Under center is Bryce Young, bringing a man in motion, has Rico Dowdle in the backfield, gives to Rico Dowdle, and is stood up right away at the offensive line, falls forward for about a gain of 1. Got Ian sending me YouTube shorts. Madden 12 rosters and Madden 26 is fire. That is fire. Oh my gosh. Ian, you gotta find this for me, bro. We gotta get this. We gotta get those Madden 12 rosters downloaded on Madden 26. Bryce Young adjusting the offensive line, has 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Looks like they're bringing up a little bit of pressure here defensively. They're going to bring 5, stepping up in the pocket. He's going to have to get out of there. Bryce Young floats it to the left sideline, has his man, the rookie McMillan. Way to come back to the ball there on the play. Nice pickup there. Pickup of 14 on the play. Just really good pocket awareness there for Bryce Young. Just staying patient, waiting for his man to get open, and then sees him in scramble drill, decides to come back to the ball, drops off a really nice pass. Hardest part's being consistent and going alone. It's just going natural. Exactly. It's just going to be part of your day at that point. So thank you so much for tuning in. The fake handoff from Young to Dowdle. Young floats it, has a man on the sideline. Warren Jr. with the pass reception there. Horn with the catch, man. He's wide open. You put that on him. He puts that on him. That might have been six, man. He had a ton of field in front of him. Man, both these teams do not like each other. They are talking smack. Facts, Madden rebuild. Hey, go for it, Ian. Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. Under center, Bryce Young gives to Rico Dowdle. Dowdle falling forward and kind of diving forward for pickup of about 6. And that's a nice run call there on first down. You're gonna double team that left side of the line, move into a nice hole area. That was you could drive a truck through that one. And they decided to drive Mr. Dowdle through it on this time around. They're gonna take one more quick break here in a dirty, dirty, ugly game so far. 7-10, the home team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, lead by 3, moving into the end here of the first half. Doing chest supersets today, man. Yeah, that's what we were finishing. I don't know if you popped into the live stream yesterday, but my gosh, went really hard on the lower chest, really hard on the upper chest, and we ended up just getting a really good live stream in and having a good lift. And that's what you need. So we're taking a rest today. We're going to be back at it tomorrow. Getting some arms in. Oh my god. Guys, I keep yawning. I need some help. Somebody come drop off a coffee for Nick. My gosh. Give you guys a couple of new sounds.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Love it. These nuts. Oh my gosh. We've been going about an hour and a half here on the stream so far. Thank you guys for popping in and having a good time. We are live on just YouTube right now. We were on TikTok, but I'm going to keep telling them how bad they are. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Coming up in the end of the first half, we're out of commercial break so far, guys, but we're going to finish out this first half strong. I have a feeling there might be some scoring here, or at least something worth noting moving here into the half. All right, all right, all right. Do whatever you guys can to like, sub, share, do whatever we can to support the stream. All right, guys, we've got ourselves a single back set. Bryce Young adjusting the line. Looks like they're loading the box here defensively. Takes the snap. Tries to get rid of it quick and just they brought the blitz on the play and there was nothing there for Carolina. It's going to bring up second down. Looks like all the rain is directly over Tampa Bay currently. Things should be clearing up here maybe in the second half. We'll see. But it is still coming down rather hard here in Tampa Bay. All right, Bryce Young, 7 for 10. They're 0 for 2 on third down with an average of 9 yards to go. 3rd and 6 here. Shotgun formation, Chuba to his left. 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, throws to the sideline, and that's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Parrish, trying to get the ball over to McMillan and just can't. Wow, what a play there. And Tampa Bay is back in business with 3 timeouts, evening up the turnover differential 1-1. And Tampa Bay's back in business after the nice play defensively. Oh my goodness. Just a bad throw. Overall bad throw. Way to hold on to it there on the play by Parrish, and here comes Tampa Bay. We'll see if they can put something together here on the offensive end. Thank you guys so much for supporting. You guys, we got a bunch of anglers in the chat. Hoping everyone's having a good Saturday. We are just getting started here on the doubleheader for Saturday football here live on the angle. Shout out to all my anglers in the chat. All right, just a couple things for you guys so far. 7 for 11, 75 yards, a touchdown, and an interception for Bryce Young. And then on the other side, 9 for 14, 108 yards, a touchdown, and an interception for Baker Mayfield. The running game is still null and void so far for this Panthers team. Rico Dowdle, 5 rushes for 5 yards, averaging a whole yard per carry.
Bruh.
A yard per carry in the first half of this ugly one. You can't push the envelope like that in the rain. That's amateur hour type stuff. That's right. That's right. Cam coming in with some facts as per usual. But yeah, the envelope has been tried to be pushed so far in this one, not working out well. But at least in Tampa Bay's sake, at home, they've been able to run the football. That is a tough feat. If you can't get the ball rolling on the offensive end, on the ground, you're not going to have anything going for you. And then you're going to be playing from behind. So, in the case of Carolina, let's hope that they can get a stop here on the defensive end because you really, really don't want to fall down multiple scores here going into the half. I know that Carolina does receive the second half kickoff, but with how everything's been going so far and how limited possessions have been, you really need to take care of the ball and you really need 6 every time. 3 is not going to do it for you in a game like this today. Let's slide over here real quick. Yeah, looking like a pit crew out here. All right, we got Baker Mayfield under center with Bucky Irving in the backfield. Sends Cade Otton in motion, gives to Bucky Irving. Irving slithering through the middle of the line, pushing forward, and they finally whistle him down after a 7-yard pickup on the play. All right. Yeah, what a nice start, though. Under center, gives the ball to the running back. Chance or tie to take a lead there on that back possession for Carolina, throwing that pick. Sean Tucker with the carry falls back down for a no gain. All right, here we go. No time out there on the play. They're looking to get this all the way down, bringing Godwin in motion. We got trips left. Taking a lot of time on this play. 30 seconds are running. We're still moving. 5-step drop for Baker. He's looking to get out of the pocket. Steps up in the pocket. Still looking to throw. Doesn't have much. Juking out defensive lineman. Throwing the ball has Cade Otton for a nice pickup and gets out of bounds. Not going to have to burn out a timeout. There's classic Baker Mayfield for you guys. Wow, what a play. Wow. Baker Mayfield. Bruh. You kidding me, Baker? That's fantastic. And he wasn't over the line of scrimmage. You at least need half your body. That's all you need. That's a backbreaker there for Carolina, especially in that sort of situation. My gosh. Here's Mayfield in the shotgun, and we're going to have a quick time out here for Carolina. Carolina's going to rethink a couple things. 18 seconds remain. If Tampa Bay wins 73-7, I'm happy with it, but yeah, no, for sure. Wow, what a great start to the game so far. We got turnovers, we got balls on the deck, man. We got people fumbling, rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling out here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, duppity, 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 da. Preparing the Krabby Patty. All right, guys. A draw play to Bucky Irving. Irving falls forward for a nice gain of 8 there, and they're going to call a quick timeout. Tampa Bay is. Oopsies. Yeah, Nick, I'm going to let you do it, man. I'm not going to touch it. Not going to touch it. You got it going on, brother. He's got it going on. All right, guys. We're coming to the end of the first half here. All right. Out of the shotgun position, gives to Bucky Irving. Once again, they keep running the ball. Another timeout. It's going to be taken with 9 seconds left. So, right here is probably your chance. You're looking to take 1 to 2 shots at the end zone here, move in the right direction. If you can't, get that field goal unit out here for a field goal. Chase McLaughlin's 95% in his career from 30 to 39 yards. It's 41 for 43. In the last 5 or 6, maybe even 7 weeks for this Buccaneers team has been these errors in this area. They've not been able to do what they need to do down here. But at home, they're in position to be moving in the right direction. At the 20-yard line, Baker Mayfield, one receiver right, two to his left, gives to Bucky Irving. Irving falls forward for a 2-yard pickup and a quick timeout. And that is going to end it rather conservative there. Looking to get Chase McLaughlin in for 3. All right, Chase McLaughlin in on a 2nd and 8 with 5 seconds left, looking to drill a field goal here to end the first half to bring them up by 6. Made the first field goal at 29 today. This one's going to be for 36 yards out. Straight up, centered on both sides of the hash. Chase McLaughlin. Snap is up and good, and looked like we had a little bit of laundry on the field as well. Maybe not. And we do. Flag on the play. Illegal formation on the defense. That's going to be null and void, and that's going to take us down to almost the end of the first half. We got 2 seconds left. 13-7 is your score. 13-7. Tampa Bay leads here at home. Taking care of business so far. Really been able to put some stuff up offensively. So analytically for this game, I think there's a lot to like moving into the second half. The Panthers start with the ball. They have to get something going offensively. They've got no run game going. They have an offensive line that's been able to push defenders this year. So I'm not sure why they're struggling so much. I know the footing and the field conditions aren't very good, but on the other side of the ball with a very injured offensive line, this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team and Bucky Irving with Rashad White have been able to get it moving in the right direction. And man, am I happy that we got the day off tomorrow. myself and my beautiful future wife, we don't have to work tomorrow. But I think the best way to look at it too is when you get back into the work week, if you're trying to change your language and change how you speak this year, say, I get to go to work today. It's Monday. I got a job. I got an opportunity. Okay. Like, I think that's the mentality that people need to have moving into this new year. It's like, start being more positive about things. You have an opportunity to go to work, make a paycheck, keep a roof over your head, right? Like, that's good stuff. Okay. As much as we don't like things like that, having to go work and having to go do this and having to go do that, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, that is going to do it for the first half here. We are officially at halftime in Tampa Bay. We got ourselves a nice game so far. Cleat and uniform changes, that's for sure. Don't worry about that. Everyone's going into that locker room just soaking wet right now. They're all mad about it. So funny. Start my new job on Monday at B Dubs. That's right. We know you're hitting your new job, man. That's awesome, bro. Appreciate you for sharing that with us. Hope everybody's having a good time so far. We're moving in the right direction here. Like, share, save, do whatever you guys can. We're subscriber count up to 121, guys. We had 21 subscribers 2 weeks ago, so we've gained 100 following, guys. I really want to keep moving in the right direction with that. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you're bringing into the channel. We're gonna keep everybody engaged as much as we can here. So we're just gonna go over a couple of first half stats for you guys, just to keep everybody rocking and rolling. Baker Mayfield, 10 for 15, 130 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. For Bryce Young, 7 for 11, 75 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Rico Dowdle leads the Carolina Panthers in rushing with 5 rushes for 5 yards. That's all. That's all we got going on for the Panthers in the running game. Bucky Irving, 14 rushes for 49 yards. Baker Mayfield with 3 rushes for 28 yards. 87 total yards of rushing for Tampa Bay, which has been really the story here after they've been able to get the turnover battle margin back to 1-1 after the multiple interceptions now, one for each quarterback. We got 11 minutes and 19 seconds left until we start this second half. $121 people that actually know what's up. Hey, yeah, appreciate it, Cam. Thank you for the support, man. You've really been supporting the channel so far. But 17 to 13, excuse me, 17, oh my gosh, 13-7. I can't speak for some reason right now. But we got a good amount of viewers in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for popping in and having a good Saturday with me. We're covering NFL Live for both of the games here on the doubleheader. The Panthers will clinch the NFC South in this one with a win. Plain and simple. Or they can lose this game and have the Falcons lose to the Saints and still win the division. Let's take a look over here. We got 5 in the chat. I really appreciate you guys for staying in, staying locked in with me. Do whatever you guys can to get some more people in here so we can reach some more audiences. We're going to be going through some clips and making sure that we get some things going. What's up? We got my boy Guillermo. Thank you so much for popping in and supporting my boy. So glad to hear from G. G is a U.S. Navy vet. Thank you for your service, my brother. We were able to catch a playoff game. Oh, man, he's going to the Bear game tomorrow, man. That's fire. That's so cool, bro. Have fun at that and be safe. Bears Lions. That's going to be at Soldier Field, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Bears Lions tomorrow. That's going to be a good game to go to. And they're playing everybody, man. They're still playing for something in Chicago. Um, Man, that's going to be a fun game, and it's the 325 slate. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yes, shout out Guillermo. You know what? Let's get a Guillermo one of these. We've been trying to reach you about your extended car warranty. Well, my name is.
And his name is John C.
Going to the Bear game. Thank you for tuning in and always supporting. I appreciate you guys so much. Got just over 8:25 until we're back in action for this live coverage here on the Angle, featuring your host, yours truly, Nick Demas, your favorite commentator on the internet. And just for a little PSA for you guys moving into the new year, we will be doing live play-by-play commentary for UW Whitewater's basketball team this year. If you guys want to tune in, you can punch it in live on UWW TV and the WIAC website as well. Um, so happy to hear from you, G. Hey, we got to get you on a podcast soon, man. We're going to be doing some episodes here and there, but we just been doing main live streams for the time being because we still got football and basketball thick in their seasons. But we want to talk to people who know what they're talking about. We want to get people on the stream. We want to get people in here talking uh, football, basketball, sharing different perspectives from all angles. So let's just see what we can do and get some people in here, man. But G, I'd appreciate you, man. Just do what you can to like, share, subscribe, repost. Let's just get the word out here for the stream so we can get some people in here. We got 6 live so far, so I really appreciate you guys coming in. G is my number 3 fan so far. Our number 2 fan is Cam, and number 1 is Mama D. Number 1 fan. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and having a nice Saturday with me. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I hope the picture looks good for you guys. G, awesome wave to me from the stadium. Heck yeah, man. That's so cool, man. Happy to see that. Oh, and the WIAC app, that's for sure. So if you guys download the WIAC app, if you have a smart TV, we can reach you on there too. Um, but just trying to do what we can, right? Trying to do what we can is to grow and support the channel. Just see what we can do. Um, the Seahawks at the Niners are coming up next. Seattle's favored -2.5, and the winner of the game. So this is everything on the line, guys. The winner is the number 1 seed, plain and simple. Seattle, if they lose, they drop to the 5. So we've got a lot to play for in this game, and the San Francisco 49ers are hosting. They've got the Seahawks at home. So they're going up against a tough defense in Seattle. Probably the best in the league, right up there with the Houston Texans. So we're going to see how everything pans out. But we're having fun out here today, man. It's been a good game so far. Thank you guys for tuning in and showing love, doing what you can to support the channel as best you can. Gotcha. Hope my hand warmers don't give out on me. Yeah, man. At that point, I wouldn't even be dressing to look good or have a cool fit on to take pictures in, dude. We went to Packers Bears Lambeau in December back in 2019. Dude, just load up. Wear a couple pairs of underwear, get some long johns if you got it. Throw on the Nike Pro or the Under Armour. Definitely bundle up, man. Keep yourself warm. But you've been to Bear games, you've been to Notre Dame games, you know what you're doing, man. Guillermo's just out here on side quest, man. He's doing his thing. He's got um he's been working a lot. He finally got his surgery on his ACL, man. So hopefully you're doing better in that regard. And welcome back to the country, by the way, man. He's been out of country having some fun with family for the new year and the Christmas time period. So good to have G back in the states. What a great dude to have around. Um, we got to get together, G. Give me a shout, man. We're gonna have to get something moving. Um, I got a couple of weeks still. 3 weeks until we get back into the thick of things for our last semester at UW Whitewater, guys. Last semester. We're almost done with all that crap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, really been needing it. We're gonna fix some of this headroom real quick. I'm not really liking this with the cam today. I want to drop this down a smidge. Can we do that? I just like having the Jordy jersey in the background, but there's just too much headroom. There was just too much headroom, man. It was making me look kind of weird. Wasn't liking it, but we got it. Um, but yeah, no, appreciate you guys so much popping in, showing the support, showing the love for the channel, man. Um, Let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see differently. We can do different score bugs. We can do different sound effects for you guys. We can be moving in the right direction with that. Um, but for the time being, until I get new stuff from you guys, I will be doing this.
Emotional, damn it!
I got the stream up over here too because I want to see how these new sounds sound. That is awesome. I love it.
Bruh.
Bruh. All right, guys. Hopefully, we've kept you relatively entertained here at this halftime break. We're just about ready to get back into action here, live on the angle, calling you guys play by play, moving in the right direction here. Okay. Let's see what we got going on statistically, too. Um, there's not really a lot. We've kind of gone over a lot for this game in general. Um, by the way, I don't know if anyone's tracking this. Baker Mayfield has been dealing with injuries. Baker Mayfield's been dealing with injuries throughout this year. Right now, oh, it hurts too much to get down that low, guys. He is dealing with that shoulder and knee injury. So keep a lookout for that for him on the second half of things. But yeah, here in an article, Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield was listed with a new injury, his right shoulder, in Tuesday's practice, days before Tampa Bay's showdown with the Carolina Panthers. But he's been doing good. They've gotten him into the right mindset and gotten him as much as that he can really get in treatment wise for that. Good Morning America is doing an interview with Joe Buck on Monday. You might want to find some insight on this. I did know about that. They're going to be doing. Um, they're going to be just seeing how everything's going on the panel. But yes, we've had a nice little game here so far. Nothing too crazy going on in the statistic department, excuse me. Um, but we've got ourselves a good game. It's a one-score game in the really wet, humid Tampa Bay air. Um, and we're just having a good time here on the stream. Dude, you are awesome. Thank you for the compliments and all the kind words, dude. God bless you. No, God bless you, my friend. I really appreciate everything that you brought to me in a friendship, and of course, obviously supporting the channel. Um, yeah, for all y'all out there, man, Guillermo Gomez, that's one of the all-time dudes right there. He leads with God, he leads with the Lord as we should. Um, and hopefully going through a good recovery process with that knee, man. Let's get you right so I can take the other knee on the court, you know. He's got a little burner on him. I don't know if I could give him the props though. You know what I'm saying? I can't. We need to get back on the basketball court though. That's all I'm saying. It's been too long, G. But we are just about underway here, ready to go here in the second half. Starting out third quarter, Carolina trails 7-13, and they will receive the ball. All right, here we go. McLaughlin to kick it away. We are underway here in the second half. That one's going to go into the end zone out of the back, and Carolina is going to be set up at the 20-yard line. Oh my gosh. I love when I get to see my boy Jake pop into the chat. Thank you so much for popping in, Gonterman, man. Um, do whatever you can for me, Jake. Like, obviously, you've already subscribed. Repost. We can't repost because we're not on TikTok. But do what you can, man. Throw it up on the story. See if we can get some more people in here to watch this play by play. But here we go. Second half is underway. Bryce Young gives to Rico Dowdle. Dowdle's going to pop through the middle of the lane and pulls forward for about a 3.5, 4 yard pickup there on first down. And that's exactly what they need to do. They need to start moving in the right direction. North and south on the ground for Carolina. They've not been able to get anything going in the ground game. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and showing love and support for the channel. We got a lot of growth to do, guys. We got a lot of things to do. So super excited to call this game for you. But here is a 2nd and 6 out of the pistol formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Looks down to the bottom of the screen and hooks up with his man on the sideline. That's going to be a quick pickup for Coker. He's going to be short, though, just about 1.5 yards short of the line. Let's see where they give him up almost exactly 1.5 yards short there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2, but a lot different. They're 0 for 3 so far in the game, but the only reason they're over 3 is because they've had 3rd and 9 plus on almost every possession. So let's see if they can get something. I like a run here. I like a run here with Chuba Hubbard right up the middle, but it looks like they're bringing pressure. Out of the shotgun is Young. Pump fake, gets it over to the sideline, and it's a caught ball, it looks like, but 1 yard short for Coker. And it was kind of a bad pass as well. That is not what you want if you're Carolina and they're back in the pocket. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a nice grab on the play. It looks like it never touched grass. So they're going to go with it. It's going to be 4th and 1. Let's see if they're going to go here. I think they're going to go. They're almost in desperation mode, but I can't see him snapping the ball. Trips to the left, brings a tight end in motion. They are going. The give is to Hubbard. Hubbard pulls forward for a first down. 3 yard pickup there on 4th and 1. And they're in business. Wow. That's a huge play to keep this drive going right out of the second half. You see this stuff more often, almost every game. Man, if he breaks that tackle from Vita Vea, there is 50 yards of green grass in front of him. But it's been a lot of fun so far in this one, seeing how this Panthers team can adjust. But you see that over and over again, those 4th and intermediates. People are going for him nowadays. Got a tight end in motion, shotgun, looks out to the sideline, has nothing, and he's just going to throw it down. Kind of panicked there a little bit with the pressure bearing down on Bryce Young. Got a little mention. Oh, wow. What do you know, man? Shout out Mr. Jake. Guys, this is what I do, man. Let me turn this to you so you can see it. Jake out here supporting the channel, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, it looks like the rain's coming down a little less at this point. Thank you so much for popping that on the story, Jake. We appreciate you, man. Word of mouth. We've got 3 seconds left on the play clock. Bryce Young looking to get the pass. He's got it. They're bringing pressure. 3-step drop. He's stepping up in the pocket. Throws the ball on the run. Has a man. Terracotta McMillan across the middle. The rookie catches the ball. Coming back to it. That's something that he's been doing a lot more. He's coming to the ball. I mean, as a rookie, that's something you got to learn. And he's doing a fine job at that in this one. That's 2 passes on some deep intermediate routes and just a nice look there. God, he's starting to tear up this defense a little bit. All right, we got a man in motion. Under center is Bryce Young with Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Waits for a man to get set, snaps the ball, pump fakes, has to step up in the pocket, throws it over to Rico Dowdle. Dowdle can't hold on to it. Had a lot of green grass in front of him, but He can't catch, so that deserves a.
Bruh.
Come on, man. Stop dropping balls out here. You're in the NFL. It's not pouring down rain like it was anymore. Thank you guys for popping in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting and liking, sharing, reposting, and subscribing. And it was a backward pass. My goodness. All right, guys. We're set up here with a 2nd and 16 out of the shotgun. Two wide receivers right. Rico Dowdle to his left. Bryce Young takes the snap. Fires across the middle. It's going to fall incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long now for this Panthers offense. All right, we're going to get rid of that over there. 11-11 remaining, 3rd and 16. They're trying to get within field goal range. You don't have to get everything back here. You can take 3. McMillan, bottom of your screen. 2 wide receivers to the top. Chuba Hubbard in at the back. 5-step drop, standing confident in the pocket. Gives to Hubbard down low. Takes his check down, only gets about 5. It's going to bring up 4th and long, but that's the one thing you notice about some of these guys. They're trying to make all these moves and make people miss. You just got to get to a spot. In this wet weather, man, you got to get to a spot and allow yourself yardage. Yardage is the most important thing in a game like this. Mr. Fitzgerald looking to throw up a huge field goal kick here. 54 yards from the left hash. And here we go. Good snap, good hold, and it's short. He knuckleballed it, no good in the rain. Fitzgerald, no good, and the Buccaneers are going to be set in great field goal, or excuse me, going to be set in great field position. Bryce Young was a good snap, a good hold. Just a knuckleball, man. Just a knuckleball. Carolina's field goal falls short. Back in action once again. Sorry for getting tired on you guys. I think Alizé might be napping, so that's what's making me sleepy in here. All right, all right, all right. I'm just going to step away real quick. We're going to fill this up. I'll be back in just a second, folks. All right, guys. We're back in it. I did not get some coffee. I don't have any. I got no coffee. I got none. That's okay though. We're on the new year, man. We're not trying to overload our calories and do all this extra stuff. And I know it might sound a little funny to y'all, man, but those coffees be stacking up. You know what? Let's go over a quick little thing with you guys. If you guys are looking to get a coffee that is within a good range of calories and not full of crap. So I go to Starbucks. I'm not shouting out anybody. I'm just letting you guys know if you want something. Go ahead and get yourself a brown sugar shaken espresso. We got Baker Mayfield under center, gives the ball to Bucky Irving, and Irving's going to fall forward again. I mean, he's averaging about 4.5 a carry, and that's going to be a 4.5 to 5 yard carry there on first down. But let's get back into it. I was talking brown sugar shaken espresso, man. Go ahead and get yourself one of them. And if you want to keep it down, get the low fat milk. Don't go ahead and get 2% or go ahead and get some oat milk either. That's going to put on extra calories and extra sugar. Just go ahead and get the low fat milk, and then you got cinnamon dolce. You're going to add cinnamon dolce to that, man. You'll have some sugar in there, but it's a good little coffee in the mornings, man. Tastes like cinnamon toast crunch. That's my thing. We got Baker Mayfield under center, sends a man in motion, has Bucky Irving in the backfield, steps up in the pocket. Here comes some pressure, and down he goes with the sack. Trayvon Merrick from the safety position coming down on the blitz and getting the sack. What a play there defensively. That's exactly what this Panthers team needs to get back into business here. God, he comes in like a wrecking ball there on that play.
And his name is John C.
All right, y'all. 9:13 remains, 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers right. Mr. White in the backfield with Mayfield. And at the bottom of your screen is Mike Evans. 3-step drop. Pass across the middle to Cade Otton. He's fighting forward for a first down. Gets uplifted by Scott and is taken down at midfield. This might be a position where you're trying to play field position now. You're sitting in midfield. You got a 3rd and medium. Yeah, no, I get it. I get the whole milk thing. When I'm starting to get into the cutting season where I want to start trimming down on some of my belly, I start going with the non-fat milk. That's just my thing. I get it. All right, 4th down conversion percentage, 45% on the year for Tampa Bay. They're looking to go here, shotgun position, Godwin in motion, and they're not going to snap the ball. They're going to take the penalty for 5 yards on the so they just get a little extra room for a punt. So let me get in here and throw a flag on the play. Just a quick flag. Oh, whoops, not in Carolina, sorry. Just a flag on the play. They're going to take the delay game so that they can punt this one away. Play field position. Like I said earlier, these teams, man, they just like hearing me talk in circles, I feel like, because they like to show. Oh my gosh, we're really going to do. No, you guys aren't doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. I don't want to hear it. But Dixon is going to punt this one away on a 4th and 7. Trevor Etienne is back to return. Let's see what Carolina's got. We've had a scoreless second half so far. 8 minutes, 14 seconds remain. Booming punt. Called for a fair catch inside the 10, down at the 6-yard line. And here comes Mr. Young and company. They're trying to come back here and show off some prowess, get something going on the offensive end. But just a quick reminder for everybody in here, right after this, we're going to stop and go like we did that last doubleheader. Stop and go, move on over. We've got another game here live on the angle. It's the Seattle Seahawks traveling to San Francisco to play, traveling to play the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara, California. We got ourselves a game win, and you take the number 1 seed. And that's what everybody wants. Everyone wants the number 1. So we're going to see. Number 1 seed on the line. If the Seahawks lose, they drop to the 5. I got to double check, though, on who drops where and when. Who drops where and when? Let's get this fuzzy off the mic. Sorry, guys. Get this fuzzy off the mic. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for popping in and joining in the chat. All my anglers out there. Hope everyone's having a good afternoon. Now we're into the evening time period, 5:20 Central Time. We really appreciate all the support, guys. We're just coming at you guys from different angles. That's the point. We want to have conversations. But the more people we have in here, the better conversation we'll get, right? And that's what this is all going to be based off of. We're sitting at 10 likes so far, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's get the like count up. Let's get the subscriber count up. The goal is to gain a subscriber per live. I think that is a plausible thing. If I got to put out 10,000 live streams, I'll do it. I want to grow this channel organically in the right way because I want to bring my prowess to you guys as calling games. I feel like I have a talent to be able to paint a picture for you guys, and I'm going to put that on full aspect for you guys to watch. We just got to get a little warmed up with these games because I'm doing this free ball. Normally, I'm in a booth and we're doing um, but yeah, normally it's like that. But we've got a 30-year field judge in Rick Patterson on the field today. That's crazy. Dude's been reffing games more than I've been alive. All right, guys, out of the single back formation, Chuba Hubbard trails Bryce Young. Young sends a man in motion. The give is to Hubbard, and he's met immediately. He can't even get back to the line. We got 11 likes in the chat now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Um, just met right in the backfield right away. And once again, shout out to Nick McMahon doing his thing, man, helping us with this clock, getting us in the right atmosphere. Thank you so much, Nick. Shout out to you, my brother. Um, got ourselves a second down and 11, 3:36 and counting, single backfield, three to the left, two to the right. Bryce Young, single back. Excuse me, empty backfield. Out of his own end zone, throws it over to a leaping Chuba Hubbard who makes the grab for about a 4-yard pickup. That's going to bring up third down, and we do have a flag on the play. Illegal contact on the defense. Wow, what a break there for Carolina. Holy cow. Carolina coming in. Yeah, there's my boy Nick. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for all the help and support, man. You've really, really helped me to no avail, man. Guys, everybody, W's in the chat for Nick, man. W's in the chat for Nick McMahon, my future brother-in-law. He's the one making this go round with us, man. Trust that. W's for Nick in the chat. W's for Nick in the chat. All right, guys. We got a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Bryce Young, shotgun formation. Sends a tight end in motion from right to left. 3-step drop in the pocket. Throws to the sideline. Has a man. Caught on the sideline by Tremble. Tremble pulls upfield and comes down for a 14-yard pickup there on 1st down. Really nice play design there. And when you're in that position, you've got an opportunity to really hone in on your playbook. It's a 1st and 10, reset on downs, see what you got. You obviously haven't been able to get much going in the running game, but you have been able to air the ball out a little bit if you're Carolina. So that's going to have to be your bread and butter as long as you're getting good pass protection. We've got a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Man in motion. The give is to Chuba Hubbard out of the shotgun, and he falls forward for a nice pickup of 4.5 there, bringing up 2nd and 6. There's W in the chat for my boy Nick. Appreciate you, brother. W Nick for real. That's right. Appreciate you, Cam. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and popping in and enjoying the Saturday with me, guys. We're just hanging out, having a good time. All right. So yeah, you're gonna see this soft leverage come down here from Tampa Bay. We got still a single backfield. Sending Coker closer onto the line is Bryce Young. Young gives to Chuba Hubbard, and Chuba Hubbard falls forward for another pickup of about 3.5. That's going to bring up 3rd and short for Carolina. Tremble's walking around with his bell rung, no helmet on, trying to get a call there from the ref, and he's not going to get nothing. While seeing him there on the replay, and Dennis just pulls his helmet off. That's crazy, but you can't react to that kind of stuff because that's where you'll get the penalty. So Way to hold yourself down. 0 for 5 here on third down for Carolina. Shotgun is Bryce Young. 3 to the right. 3-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure's coming down on him. Throws a laser to Terracana McMillan for a first down. What a play for the Panthers. Bryce Young stepping up in the pocket, making a playoff like throw. That's exactly what you want to see out of the young quarterback. And wow, they are moving. What a play. Nice move. Just shoving him off within 5 yards of the line, going up high. High point in that ball is McMillan. And the Panthers are in business. We do have a flag. Are they going to call that on McMillan? Oh my God, they called it pass interference. Guys, that's a bad call. I don't care what you say across the board. He's within 5 yards of the offensive line, contacting a DB. That's bad right there. L to the NFL right there. L refs. That's an L. Shotgun, 3rd and 12. Bryce Young sitting in the pocket, moving around and just going to let it fly to the sideline, throws it away. And unfortunately for the Panthers, that drive stalls after a horrible call. That's what we're going to call it. That's a bad call. The NFL rule is within 5 yards of the offensive line, a DB and wide receiver are allowed to block. That's where you would start your block, right? That's a bad play right there, man. L's in the chat for the refs on that one. I don't like that. Odd formation so far out of the punting unit for Carolina. Snap is good. Booming high punt. It's got great airtime. It's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line and a fair catch called for. And Tampa Bay's in business. They're going to be in a good spot here on the offensive start off the offensive drive here for the Buccaneers. Yep, we're in the chat right now. My Hawk Talkertons legit never call that. Never. I mean, shout out Nas, man. Shout out Nas. I mean, I'm telling you guys, they don't call that. They never that's a bad one because that was within 5. All right, y'all. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Yeah, we're gonna give this to the refs, man.
Bruh.
That's bad. It's just not. It's not really a call that should be called at that point in the game, I feel like. And I'm not somebody who's like, oh, these games are rigged, but like I do am aware that Vegas made like 8 billion within what was it? 40 plus million parlays fell one leg short in 2025, resulting in 8 billion plus in profit for Vegas this year. So um yikes. That's all I got to say, folks. That's crazy, man. Thank you guys for popping in the chat, supporting, like, subscribe, share, do whatever you guys can to continue to support. If you guys are vibing with the live, let me know. If you're liking the vibe, let it fly and hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about right there.
And his name is John C.
It's a bad call. It's a bad call. Like we've said, it's a bad call. All right, all right, all right. All right, guys, we got a single backfield with Bucky Irving trailing Baker Mayfield. Mayfield under center. Play action pass, hard bootleg to the right, or excuse me, to the left, and Ibuka picks up a nice carry there on the catch and run. Kind of tackled out of bounds a little late on an awkward landing, but he's looking to be okay. Nice drive starter there for Tampa Bay. Bootleg to the left, roll out hard, and hit Ibuka in stride, matched up with a linebacker. Um, nice pickup there on first down. I'm going to bring up second and short for Tampa Bay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Jake, if you're tuned in, bro, I need to hear something in the chat. Jake, you've been awful quiet. Out of the single back is Bucky Irving and company. Gets the rock, moves forward, bounces off a defender, and is pulled backwards to the line of scrimmage, but had enough to pick up the first down with a 2.5-yard carry there. 3:40 and counting. Still up 6, driving here. It's been really interesting to see. They're really having a lot of success offensively on the ground, Tampa Bay. And um, it's kind of been the recipe for them this year, being able to really open up that hard play action with um, Baker Mayfield as Mayfield sends Godwin in motion out of the single back, gives to Irving. Irving bobs and weaves and bounces off a second defender, falls forward for a 6.5 yard pickup on first down. Thank you guys so much for supporting. We've been live for over 2 hours now here in this game. It's been, a little bit of a process to get here. It started out, we were having some technical difficulties to start this one, and now sitting in the right position. Mayfield under center gives back to Irving. Irving sheds a tackle, falls backwards, still falling. Don't have enough to take it down. Derek Brown there on the tackle. That's going to be a third and short coming up. Yeah, it's really been a run by committee this year. Little over 560 for both Rashad White and Bucky Irving on the year. Mayfield under center gives the ball to Irving, who lowers his shoulder on Johnson. Excuse me, that's on Jackson. Has enough for the first down. Man, the Buccaneers, they're trying to set their prowess here on the offensive line and show their strength running the ball. And they're getting really, really good the blocking for the offensive line so far has been impeccable, especially in the weather conditions. But now it's just it's just slippery out there. No rain coming down, it looks like. All right, under center is Mayfield, single backfield, sends a man in motion, 5-step drop, stepping up in the pocket, avoiding pressure. He's getting swarmed, fades away down the sideline, hits a defender in the back. Cade Otton is interfered with on the offensive end, and that ball is going to fall incomplete only because of that laundry on the field. Flag on the play, pass interference on the Carolina Panthers, and that's a tough one. I mean, let's take a look here. I don't like it. I don't like the flag. I don't like it. Now that I look at the replay, he's tripping on his and Scott's legs. Tough call there, but that's really the past two and a half calls now for the Panthers have not gone their way. Under center is Mayfield. Sends Otton in motion. The give is to, oh my goodness, Derek Brown and Chris Barnes getting in on the tackle. Oh my goodness. Just obliterating the offensive line there on that possession. My goodness. Sean Tucker, though, with the carry on the play, falling back for a yard on the play. Thank you guys for tuning in, supporting, like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you can to support if you're liking the vibe. Mayfield out of the shotgun. The give is back to Tucker. Tucker falling forward for about a 3-yard gain. That's going to bring up third and about 8. But on that carry, it looks like it's going to send us into the fourth quarter after a scoreless third quarter. A lot of good defense being played, a couple mistakes here, some slips, and some bad calls, honestly. But this third quarter comes down to an end, and we are going to be set for some fourth quarter action in a one-score game in Tampa Bay, guys. So we got a lot to like moving forward. Let's get a little applause in the chat for everybody popping in. Thank you guys so much for having a good time. Let's do one more. Okay, I see. That's coming into the mic. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right. All right. We got a couple of headlines here too for you guys. Just give you guys something moving into the Sunday. So let's take a look. It looks like Giants have placed Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver one, really finishing the year for them with a lot of injuries on that Giants team. He is now placed on injured reserve. And it looks like the Patriots went ahead and activated Will Campbell, as well as Milton Williams to their 53-man roster. They're both expected to play this Sunday against the Dolphins. And check this out. So for Seattle, quarterback Sam Darnold has 1.5 million in incentives on the line tonight versus San Francisco. It looks like Darnold, he's going to need 3 touchdown passes to collect a $500,000 incentive, which is 150 passing yards to collect another 500,000, and needs to raise a current 99.2 passer rating to 100 to collect another 500,000. So if I'm you guys are looking to get a couple bets put in on the money line, man, you might want to bet on some of the overs for those situations. It's just funny. I love how that's public information, man, and then they're going to try and say that, oh, you can't bet on it. And Rico Dowdle had 1.25 million on the line today against Tampa. All he needed was 7 total yards on the ground. So he got another mill into his pocket. So I'm sure he's having a good time with that. That's ridiculous. All right, what else we got for you guys? There's seriously like some of these funny ones are so funny. Seahawks defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence needs 2 sacks tonight in San Fran to finish with his $500,000 incentive, $250,000 per sack. Godwin's in motion. All right, driving at the 33.5-yard line. Mayfield out of shotgun, pump fakes, avoiding the rush in the pocket, bobbing and weaving, falling forward for a gain of about 4 yards on the play with some nice pushing forward from Mr. Tristan Wirfs dealing with that turf toe injury. Prize Picks literally just sent me Sam Darnold update as you said that. That's what I'm saying, man. I believe it or not, I know it's a relatively low quality stream. I mean, we're out here just doing our thing, trying to connect with you guys, but I know what I'm talking about out here, guys. I know what I'm doing. You guys just got to listen to me, man. I try not to do too many of the bets. I just think it can be kind of tough. Oh, quickly, just so you guys can get a quick gauge on what you guys are thinking for the game, and 48-yard attempt is drilled straight down the middle to make it a 16-7 game. All right, Tampa Bay getting back on the board to start the second half. W's in the chat for Tampa Bay. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, they were. They were in here watching me, man. Quick update for the second game here on the doubleheader. 49ers left tackle Trent Williams, wide receiver Ricky Pearsall are inactive. They will not be playing. Neither will be playing. So no George Kittle and no Excuse me, looks like George Kittle is officially active. Wow. Guys, what do we think about that? Kittle coming back. They did not have many problems at the tight end position last week against Chicago. They were really able to get um, Mr. Tongues going. I remember what a great game we called there, 42-38 victory for San Francisco on Sunday Night Football, or it might have been Monday Night Football. Um, it was. So, yeah, Ricky Pearsall and Trent Williams out for tonight's game. So that is going to be something to look forward to and keep an eye on. All right, guys. We are starting out the fourth quarter. Trent Williams being gone and Pearsall, that was rough. Yeah, Pearsall, he's been kind of that security blanket for Mr. Purdy. Ugh. As a matter of fact, too, my forearms are cooked. Shout out Zach Stringent and the Grip Deck fam. The Grip Deck fam. All right. Trying to get my stretches in under the desk here, guys. I've been trying to get my legs. Oh my god. So if you guys ever just randomly see my face go bad? Any Steelers fans in here? I don't like them, but I got some news. Um, no Steeler fans. I'm a Rodgers fan, but I might steal your thunder here. I have maybe an idea on what he's going to talk about. Tomorrow's Derrick Henry's birthday, and he always goes off on his birthday. So maybe that's what he was talking about. Let me know what you were going to say, Cam. I'm just curious. Throw it in the chat. Let me know what you got. But we are set up 14 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. A 16-7 lead for Tampa Bay. Penalties really plagued that last possession. Unfortunately, it's not what we'd like to see. Raid B Dog. Any Clayton? There's B Dog coming in the chat. Any Clayton Tune predictions for tomorrow? That's a great go pack go, baby. Mason, thank you for popping in the chat, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the stream and coming on in and commenting. Mason, shout out. Let's give a little applause for Mason popping in. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, B Dog. Give a applause for B Dog popping in. Thank you guys for supporting. I don't really know what to expect out of Clayton Tune. I mean, when you look at that last game, I mean, his first pass was a deflected interception, but they've always been able to make it work offensively with quarterbacks. I can just assume he's going to be limited. He's a great ball player, though. He was good in college. I'm expecting a relatively lackluster day, though. They're not going to really let him open the ball up. And we've got a nice pass across the middle. Jalen Coker with the reception. It's going to bring up a second and long, unfortunately. Once again, shout out Mason. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you for supporting the channel, my brother. Um, so far, so good for Carolina's offense in the passing game. 13 for 20, 119, touchdown and a pick for Bryce Young. Still looking to get the ball rolling on the ground. Rico Dowdle not really able to get anything going. All right, out of the shotgun, we've got two wide receivers to the right. Sending one in motion behind the line is Bryce Young. Quick screen set up for Rico Dowdle, and he's got some room in front of him. Rico Dowdle past the 50, out to the 40, down to the 43 after a huge pickup, and that is exactly what this team needed. Rico Dowdle with the nice pickup. And if you're looking at the replay right now, what you see is they were really trying to bring some pressure here on that left side of the line and just kicking it to the right side over to Rico Dowdle, doing some great work out in space. And you got the rookie wide receiver, McMillan, out front, creating some great blocks. That's right. That's right. All right, out of the shotgun is Bryce Young, two wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Rico Dowdle in the backfield, fakes the handoff, passes over to Xavier Legette, and Legette picks up 6 there on first down. Mike Tomlin publicly said that he's planning on taking 1 to 2 years off and focusing on television before he decides to come back to coaching. Wow, that is quite the breaking news, to be fair. All right, all my anglers out there, anglers in the chat, let me know. Everybody like, share, subscribe, repost, do whatever you can to keep supporting the channel. We got a 2nd and 5. Bryce Young's 3 for 3 for 33 yards on this play. Sends McMillan and Tremble in motion to the top of your screen. Here comes Young. The pressure's on. Fadeaway throw off the back foot. Lands too long for Coker and too short for McMillan. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. I believe the Steelers, from the Steelers post papers, I should have screenshotted it. No biggie, man. I appreciate it. Sounds like some good investigative reporting going on over there for the Steelers. Trying to dig and find some things. Hard to get something like that out of Tomlin, so that's awesome. Big gain from Rico. That's right, Ian. Thank you for popping in, Ian. Thank you for supporting. Throw it on the stories with the link, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you can to help get the channel rolling. We've got shotgun. They're bringing the blitz, rolling out left, throws across the middle, has a man, Xavier Legette with the catch, and he is hurt on the play. He's getting up. He's trying to just get off the field, limping a little bit, but he's doing all right. The big 6'3" receiver. Yeah, he really flattens out this route at the top, if you see here, just so he can get right in between defenders and just gets hit on the outside right of that knee. Hate watching that. Oh, my guy just asked for your link. Well, that's fantastic, Cam. Why don't you throw the link in there, man? Let's get some more people in here. I want to grow the channel. We're going to grow all our anglers out there, see if we can get a bigger following for everybody to come in. Out of the pistol formation is Bryce Young. Gives the ball to Dowdle. Dowdle throws it back to Bryce Young, and the ball's on the ground on the flea flicker, and it looks like it might be Tampa ball, folks. And it is Tampa ball. Oh, my goodness.
And his name is John C.
Guys, what do we think? What do we think, guys? What a crazy, crazy play. It's like when you're in this game, it's like you guys are rolling so well offensively. Bryce Young has been playing mistake-free ball, and you try to force a flea flicker in a wet condition where they've been able to bring pressure on you, and you turn the ball over. That's what happens right there. It don't matter what level football you're playing. That's a mistake. Buccaneers football, and they're in business. W's in the chat. Thank you, Crook, for popping in. So good to see you, my boy. Colin's always supporting me, man, doing whatever you can. Colin, we're gonna need. I'm actually going down to get a cut from Colin on the 9th. Colin coming in. By the way, Cam, it's Colin with a Y. Colin with a Y. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for popping in and having a good evening with me here on this live stream. We're calling this Panthers Buccaneers game live here on the Angle. We're going to be following this one up with our the doubleheader second game of the night with Seattle traveling to San Francisco for the battle of the 1 seed in the NFC. Yep. Two L's and a Y for Colin. Thank you so much, boss. Yep, so good. He pushed the envelope, like I said. That's right. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're out here having a nice evening on the live stream. Hope everyone's having a fun time so far. All righty. We got ourselves a game as Tampa Bay turns it over late here in the fourth quarter. We got Baker Mayfield under center, Godwin to the top of your screen. Gets Otten in motion. The give is to Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving bouncing it outside and gets the angle, falls forward for a 4-yard pickup there on first down. Two L's. Collyn. Colin. Yeah, that's just not what you need happening there, man. The flea flicker on a situation where you've really been able to get the ball moving. I had a brother named Colin. Oh, it totally makes sense. Mayfield under center. Bucky Irving trailing once again. 2nd and 6. Play action pass. Baker rolling. Tough throw. Has a man. Johnson catches the ball at the 50-yard line. Falls forward to the 49 of Carolina. And the Buccaneers are in business, rolling on the offensive end once again. Johnson with a really nice route, kind of a reactionary route. I don't think that was exactly the play call. It looks like he kind of found himself in that zone, trying to play softly, and found himself open off that nice turnaround. Baker Mayfield 13 for 18, 163, a touchdown and an interception. Mayfield out of the shotgun. The give is to Irving. Irving has a couple blockers in front of him, and the offensive line deteriorates and falls forward for about a 3.5-yard pickup there, bringing up 2nd and 6. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got a good following in here live. Appreciate you guys so much for popping in and enjoying the evening here with me calling this game live on the angle. Buccaneers hosting the Panthers. In a huge disparity in this game on the ground. This has been extremely alarming to watch. 116 rush yards for the Buccaneers, only 10 for Carolina. Baker Mayfield pump fakes, gets the ball into the middle center of the zone into Chris Godwin. Godwin with the reception. It's so good to see Chris Godwin back out there playing football, man. Last year he had that really, really bad ankle injury. Broke his ankle, broke his leg really on live television. And sitting there in the zone, picking up a nice reception there. Thank you guys so much for popping into the stream. So greatly appreciated. And like I said, what we're gonna do right after this is we're gonna get this one down. We're gonna get the new screen up, and then we're gonna re-live on the second game of the night. Baker Mayfield gives to Rachaad White, and White gets stood up at the line for a 2-yard pickup. Levante David. This is a huge possession here for Tampa Bay. If they're able to score a touchdown, they pretty much put this one away. 7 minutes remaining. Rachaad White, quick screen to Cade Otton. He's got some blockers in front of him. Otton moving forward, bouncing through defenders, falling forward for a 15-yard gain. What a play for Cade Otton. Otton's having himself a game out here, folks. Blocking off the side, onto a defensive end, turn around, catching the ball, putting his head down, holding on to it, falling forward for a nice gain. Very nice. Thank you guys so much for popping in, all my anglers out there. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Baker Mayfield under center has Bucky Irving in the backfield. Excuse me, Rachaad White. Got a flag on the play. False start on the offense. That's going to just bring up a 5-yard penalty. Hey, Cam, it's like listening on the radio. That's right. Christian, thank you so much for popping in, Christian. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, we're just doing play-by-play, getting everybody in here, just having a good time. Cade Otton's got 7 targets, 6 receptions for over 70 yards in this one so far. 1st and 15 for Tampa Bay. Christian, appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping in. Shout out Christian for popping in the chat. Anybody needs do whatever you can to support the channel, like, subscribe. Baker Mayfield out of the shotgun gives the ball over to Rashad White. Rashad White passing off of a defender, pushing one over, and falls to the right for a 7-yard pickup on the ground. Go ahead and, if you guys are liking the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. That's what I like to say, man. Shout out to Cam and all the guys that popped in. That's my guy I was telling you about, Nick. Well, thank you so much, Christian, for popping in. I really appreciate you for supporting the channel. W's in the chat for Christian popping in. Yeah, no worries, my brother. W's for Christian. We've got 7 plays, 48 yards, almost 5 minutes on this drive is Mayfield. Mayfield gives to White. White bobbles the ball, pushes forward for about a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Big defensive possession here for Carolina, or they are in some deep trouble here. That's right. Thank you, Christian. Thank you so much for popping in, my brother. All right. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. That's right. Thank you for the W's in the chat. Baker Mayfield on this drive is 5 for 7, 73 yards. That boy Ian's getting big, boys. That boy Ian's getting big. Shout out Ian. Thank you so much for sticking with it, brother. So good to see you doing your thing, staying healthy. Mayfield extending the play, pump faking, getting defenders off their feet, throwing up a prayer, and has a man. Cade Otton once again. Wow. Baker Mayfield magic, bringing up a 4th and short. Man, they could almost put this one away if they went ahead and went for it, but looks like they're going to go ahead and kick a field goal. Oh my goodness. Cade Otton staying in bounds, tiptoeing the sideline, holding on to the rock. Oh my goodness. I think they're going to try to get him to jump here. I'm not going to extend here. And we got a challenge flag coming into the play. They're going to challenge the catch on the field. Probably a worthy challenge, I would say. All right, that one's going to be under review. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, well, they're going to go to a quick break because of a review. Looks like that one's out of bounds, so they should be getting that back. But what a cool play. Yep, that was definitely out of bounds. Oh my goodness, guys, we're still sore. Trying to work through it. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying involved here on the channel. We got 4:39 remaining and a 4th and 1 currently with the play under review. All right, all right, all right. They're reviewing their coffee and donuts. Yeah, that's not wrong. Just on a quick commercial break, we're going to get everybody back in to the live commentary when we come back from this small commercial break. Hope everybody's having a good evening so far. Been having a good time so far. Kind of an interesting game. I mean, we're in a position where Carolina's really in trouble, and um, I'd like to see them make this a little bit more competitive. But in this case, if Tampa Bay decides to kick the field goal here, this game is going to start getting out of hand, and we're going to have to start wishing for a miracle if we want Carolina to win. 15 in the chat now. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for all the likes, guys. All right, all right, all right. Thank you guys for joining me here in this. It is helping a little bit. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be 4th and 5. They're gonna settle for three here. Chase McLaughlin is 3 for 3, long of 48 today. He's gonna be kicking this 38-yard attempt from the right hash. Good snap, good hold, and it's blocked. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys, a blocked field goal.
Bruh. Bruh.
There it is. You spoke too soon. 5:12 to work with here. Down 9. So you're still down 2 scores. They need points in a hurry. And you're going to need a field goal one way or the other. So, you got timeouts. I almost wonder if you just get in field goal range, kick this field goal, get this thing out of the way. We'll see. 5:12 remains. 16-7 is your score. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 at the bottom of your screen. Bryce Young changing the play at the line, calling 54 out as the mic. Low snap, gets the ball over and out. Quick pickup, throw over to Xavier Leggett for maybe 5-yard pickup. They're on first down. They're going to need some urgency here. 2-minute offense has got to be in your wheelhouse at this point. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left. Sending out a motion to his receiver is Young. Bryce Young takes the snap. 3-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Throws a jump pass over to the sideline. Has a man. Tommy Tremble with the great grab. The new Anaconda. All right, guys. Christian's got a black cat too. That's crazy funny. I love that. I love that. Here we go, guys. All right, Bryce Young with the clock still running. Nope, clock stopped, actually. Trips to the right. Rico Dowdle in the backfield with him. 3-step drop. Looks to set up the screen. Sniffed out right away by this defense, and Vita Vea is all over it. Clock keeps running. 4:27 and remaining. Clock's still running. Tick, 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 tick. They're losing a lot of time. Remember, everyone, when this stream is done, wait a minute and come back right to this channel. A fresh stream, scoreboarded by Nick and our great host. Well, thank you so much for that, Cam. I really appreciate it, brother. Yes, we will be back right after this for the second game of the doubleheader. Bryce Young, empty backfield, takes a 5-step drop, taking some time in the pocket, throws up a prayer to the left side of the field, and that's going to fall out of bounds. Going to bring up 3rd and 15, 3:55 remains. Panthers are struggling a lot here, man. 7-16 is your score. 3:55 remains. Shout out to Nick once again for helping out with the scoreboard, man. Been such a great help. Oh my goodness. 3rd and 15. They're gonna have to get something downfield, not towards the sideline. You're gonna have to make a tough throw here if you're Bryce Young. They're only rushing 4. Stands in the pocket, gets it over to Tremble, and Tremble's gonna fall down. 8 yards short of the offensive, or actually, that was Tremaine. Fourth down, you got to go. So I think they knew that, right? So 4th and 8 incoming. All right, Levante David, look for him to bring pressure here. They're going to look to bring pressure. They've not proven to be able to beat the pressure today, so they're going to bring it. Dennis looking to blitz here. They've got lines stacked. Calling a quick audible, probably getting a max protect in here. Under 5 on the play clock. Empty backfield. They're bringing 5. Throwing up a prayer is Bryce Young, and has a man, McMillan. He caught it. Oh my goodness, and he caught it. What a huge play when they had to have it 1st and goal now for the Panthers. McMillan beating him off the line. What a great float pass and everything. Just pushing him vertical. Just has a nice, quick inside step on Parrish and delivers. Here comes Bryce Young out of the shotgun. 2 left, 2 to his right. Has Chuba Hubbard in the backfield with him. 40-yard reception there by McMillan. 3-step drop. Looks to extend the play. Young's just going to throw it out of the back of the end zone. Try not to waste too much time. But 2:31 remains. They want to have that. They want to score here before the 2-minute warning, because you want the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts to be able to stop this team on defense. So that's the goal. All right, guys. McMillan's the second rookie in Panthers history with over 1,000 yards. Last to do that was Kelvin Benjamin back in 2014. Man, remember that guy? You guys remember that name? Holy cow. Out of the shotgun, 2nd and goal. Bryce Young correcting things at the line. They're going to brush 5, stepping up in the pocket, throws a dart to the left side of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Panthers! Coker with the touchdown grab. What a pass! Oh my goodness. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Coker with the 8-yard touchdown reception. And guys, here we go. Once again, you never seems to fail on the channel. We've always gotten good games, like it or not. Oh, yeah, he caught that all the way to the ground. That's going to be a touchdown for Carolina. And you got to imagine they're just going to kick the extra point to make it a 2-point game here, because a field goal will win it for you. That Panthers drive, 8 plays, 72 yards in just under 3 minutes. All right, guys. But now, with being able to score like that, you put yourself in a position where you don't have to go out here and onside kick the ball. Trust your defense and see if you can win this game. Here comes the extra point from the left side hash mark. Good snap, good hold. It's up and good. That's going to be 14-16. 2:27 remains. Oh my goodness, guys. We got ourselves a game. 2-point game. Woo! Uh-oh. This is crazy, guys. What a game. Starting to come down a little bit, ain't it? Yep, that's right. It's raining out here in southern Florida, Tampa Bay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and liking the page. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get this live out to people so that they can see and tune in and form their own opinions. We got a little over about a 2-hour, 45-minute live stream for this one so far, guys. Just past 6 p.m. And we'll be coming at you guys live for the second game of the evening in the doubleheader here after this. 2:27 remains. Tampa Bay fans, Tampa Bay faithful. You see some Panther faithful out here in the crowd trying to keep their season alive. What a crazy, crazy grab by Jalen Coker, though. My goodness. That's how you do it right there. All right. Kick is up and away, and they are going to play it inbounds, so he's got to do something. They're going to look to force a fumble here. Coming back in bounds. Kind of expected Tucker to maybe come out of bounds, and he didn't there, but Nah, thank you for making this feel like a good classic radio vibes. W for the host. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you so much, brother. W for Cam. That's the plan, guys. We're just gonna try and keep you guys locked in with everything, and but you guys can see me. That's the fun part about it. We're not just on radio. We're out here having some fun. Jalen Coker, though, they keep showing this replay, guys. What a crazy catch, man! Just absolutely big time in a must need it situation. All right, here we go. 2:23 remains, three timeouts for both squads, and the 2 minute warning to stop the clock. Mayfield gives to Bucky Irving, and Irving is going to push forward for about a gain of 2.5 to maybe 3 yards. Baker Mayfield coming into the play to push the pile as well. Going to be a quick timeout for Carolina, so they're all in on this possession right here. They need a stop. Um, this has been quite the game. This is what we like to see, right? Thank you, Christian, for popping in. I appreciate you, my brother. Christian, I can see your cat as your profile picture. I love that, bro. I love that. What's the cat's name? I want to know. I love cats. All right, 2:17, two timeouts. They cannot give up 7 yards if you're the Panthers. That is their goal. That is the plan. I'm almost catching myself rooting for the Panthers because I kind of like this situation, but 16-14, 2:17 remains. Under center is Baker Mayfield. The give is to Bucky Irving. Irving's pushing forward and falls down after a 2.5 yard pickup there. And looks like a 3rd and 4 is incoming, folks. 3rd and 4. This is a huge play. 2:12 remains. So the whole point of it now is if you get this stop, the plan is to be able to um, have one timeout left because you can stop the clock with the 2 minute warning. Or vice versa, whatever. It's one stoppage, right? So Tampa Bay needs this win and an Atlanta loss to clinch. All the Panthers have to do is win this game. All right, guys. Sasha. Oh, I love that. Sasha's probably a great cat. 3rd and 4, under center. Baker Mayfield sends a man in motion. He rolls out. He's got Cade Otton right here in the flat. Cade Otton is going to pick up the first down, and he's going to keep moving, rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling forward. W's in the chat. Cade Otton out here really making some noise, and that is going to be a tough, tough pill to swallow for this Panthers team. And you got to admit, yes, sir. Thank you for the sub, Christian. I didn't even see that. My bad. I just seen the sub from. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing and liking the channel. She's a little grouchy. Love cats, man. Wow, what a crazy game this has been, though, guys. Holy cow. And now they got the 5-piece signature Popeyes chicken on my screen, and I'm getting hungry. But W's in the chat. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have been so great throughout this. We're just bringing you guys different angles live from the angle. We're trying to get you guys set and with a good amount of fun, man. All right. Well, we'll get everybody kind of tapped in with what's been going on with the game itself. You can really dissect the game by taking a look at what's happening statistically. So, through the air for the Panthers, 22 for 32, 234, two touchdowns, and an interception for Bryce Young. Still, only a total of 19 rushing yards for this Panthers offense. That's been their Achilles heel all game. And then for the offensive side of the ball for Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, 16 for 22, 203 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He's been sacked twice. Bucky Irving carrying the load of the running, 23 rushes for 79 yards. Baker Mayfield also has 31 on 4 rushing attempts. Zach Stringent, appreciate you, my brother. Mad shout out to the man. Let's go, man. Thank you for popping in the chat. And now that we got you here so you can see this, we can do another shout out. Everybody, once again, we've been bringing up Grip Deck and doing a lot of different things um, with the Grip Deck on stream. Shout out Zach Stringent. If you guys need any sort of information on acquiring a grip deck, you can go on to Etsy, and that's going to be Midnight Foundry on Etsy. So go ahead and take a look at that. Um, Zach is out here really growing his business, and we're just here for it, man. We're living in Zach's world at this point. We're living in it. But once again, thank you guys so much for popping in the chat. We're gonna get a applause for Zach. Thank you so much. Under center is Baker Mayfield sending Godwin in motion. The give is to Bucky Irving, and Irving is gonna fall forward for a 2 yard pickup, and that is gonna be the final time out for Carolina. No timeouts remaining for the Panthers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, Zach, for popping in. We had just a little bit of a um, uh, let's see. Yeah, just a little bit of a beep coming in from our fire alarm. All right, happy to share this world with you, brother. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Zach. Praise God. God bless you, man. So good to see you. Um, Zach's always in here supporting me and doing what we can. Zach, if you can, man, hop in and subscribe, like, share, do whatever you can to get the channel growing. Baker Mayfield's under center. The give is to Bucky Irving, and Irving's going to plow forward for another 2 yard pickup. Uh, this is, you're still in territory if you're Carolina to get the ball back, but you're going to get it with very minuscule amount of time, okay? 3rd and 6 incoming, 140 in counting. Clock is ticking. Here we are. Uh, that's because the stream is fire. Well, thank you so much, man. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for popping in, Cam. You're the best. Appreciate you guys so much. We're just going to bring this to you guys live from the angle. 122 remains, 3rd and 6. So this could all be on the line right here. All right, they're going to snap it on 3rd and 6 with 111 remaining. The clock is going to be stopped. Yeah, this is going to get down to a little bit of situational football, guys. Okay, we're with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. There's a 2 point game, 3rd and 6 incoming with the clock stopped. If Tampa Bay goes ahead and gets this first down, the game is over. There's no way to stop the clock if you're Carolina. Um, this could be it. And here we go. Up to the line is Baker Mayfield and company. They've got a two tight end set, stacking the offensive line heavy to the left. Bucky Irving out of the backfield. The give is to Irving. Irving plows through the offensive line and falls forward for a gain of just 1.5. That's going to bring up 4th down. 36 seconds remain on the play clock. 59 seconds remain on the play clock, or on the actual game clock. Any chance in the future we'll get to see the game on screen? Much love. So we can do it within clips. We can match up clips with how the game's going. But it would be a copyright infringement if we were out here showing you guys the game. They won't let us do it because it's a lot like rights and licensing. And Tampa Bay is just going to come up to the line, try and snap them off sides just to get something. But there's going to be 26 seconds on the clock, and they're going to punt this one away. Um, Yeah, you got to get a licensing whole situation. It's just not it's not ideal. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do live streams just for this time period, right? Get some playoff games and have some fun with that, and do some basketball. But we are gonna be coming at you guys with episodes for let's see, YouTube is ruthless on copyright strikes. Yeah, they are. They're really tough, but um, so what we're going to be doing is doing live streams for the games and keeping you guys in tune with everything and just trying to grow the channel in that regard. And then what we're going to do is start doing actual episodes, having people on talking about stuff like grip deck because we need to get you on, Zach. Have some people who want to just come on and we'll talk about things and just go through and it's going to be a whole process, but we are ready for it and excited. They're looking to punt the ball away, and we got a quick timeout on the play. It's going to be their second to last timeout. They got, second timeout with one remaining, 4th and 9, 26 seconds. They're looking to put this all the way downfield. I don't know squat about it, so thanks for filling me in. Yeah, no worries, brother. But thank you so much for subscribing, Zach. I appreciate you, man, popping in and showing some love. The best way to grow the channel, guys, is just word of mouth. I feel like doing the groundwork and having people on the ground, boots on the ground, and just spreading the word is the best way to do things as well. So that's why we're grinding out here with some live streams for you guys. If you guys can get the link for the YouTube, if you want, just go ahead, throw it up on your social media stories and things like that for your personal profiles or whatever the case may be. But that's going to be the best way to grow the channel. And we got a long punt here for Tampa Bay, and that's going to wind up short, and it's going to land inside the 5-yard line. And it's going to take a knee at the 3. Oh, my goodness, guys. 16 seconds remain, ball inside the 3-yard line, and they are in some trouble here. Wow, the most game-winning drives in fourth quarter or overtime in the last 3 seasons belongs to Bryce Young, as a matter of fact, with 12, overtaking guys like Josh Allen with 10. Tom Gracia almost has 1 million subs, and he only aired one game because he won NFL Fan of the Year. It takes a lot to show the game. Yeah, it's crazy. They don't like you doing it because they're going to lose money. But here we go. 18 seconds remain. Out of the shotgun is Bryce Young. 0 timeouts for Carolina. Clock is ticking. Out of his end zone. He's looking to throw deep. He has a man, and it's caught. Inbounds. Tick, 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 tick. Clock keeps running. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Everyone's set. And they spike it. So this is going to have to be it, guys. 3 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 10. You got to go the length of the field. So this is definitely going to be desperation mode. Last play of the game, everybody. Everybody stay locked in. 3 seconds. 14 to 16. 35 left on the play clock. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. We'll see what happens here. This is either going to be hilarious, amazing, or not so good. So let's see. They've got 3 defenders on the defensive line for the Panthers. That is it. Everybody else is back because they need a touchdown. There's no way that you're getting yourself in a field goal range. Ball's at the 21-yard line on the opposite side, guys, so they need to go 79 yards. All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun is Bryce Young. The blitz is on. Throws the ball across the middle. Quick lateral to McMillan. And we're going to be playing some backyard football. They keep laddering the ball, and it falls to the turf and is picked up by Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers are going to hold on and survive, folks. Tampa Bay finishing this one out 16 to 14. Wow, what a finish to this game, guys. Wow, wow, wow. What a way to finish, everybody. Fumble on the field, and that is going to bring the first game of the doubleheader to an end. Your final score in this one is 16 to 14. Tampa Bay holds on at home in the rainy, humid, and hot Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield had himself a nice game today. 16 for 22, 203 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Excuse me, sorry, 16 for 22, 203, a touchdown, and an interception on the other side of the ball. Bryce Young, 24 completions, on 35 attempts, 264, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Really not able to get anything going on the ground if you're Carolina, and that was your Achilles heel most of the game. But now that the Buccaneers have beaten the Panthers, Tampa Bay needs Atlanta to beat New Orleans so that they can win the NFC. That is the big storyline for tomorrow. Tampa Bay was 7-9 coming into this game, 8-8 for the Panthers. Now the Panthers fall to 8-9, and now being 8-9 again for Tampa Bay, they need a little bit of help. So they're going to need the Saints to lose at home against the Falcons tomorrow. If it doesn't, that does not happen, the Panthers will be the NFC South champions, and they will host a game on Wild Card Weekend next week as the number 4 seed in the NFC, guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Everybody in the chat, if you guys are here right now, what I want you to do is repost, share, do whatever you guys can. We're going to hop off stream for just a few, guys. What we're going to do is move this over to the other stream. The live and the game starts at 7 o'clock. We'll probably pop in just a few minutes earlier. We're going to try and get this rolling on both YouTube and TikTok. So stay tuned, everybody. This has been a special presentation of the first game of the first game of the doubleheader today, live here on The Angle with your host, yours truly, Nick Demas. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you soon.